hello. And here we have everybody. Here we have the latest Inside the Vault. Fallout 76. Ooh boy.
Oh, yes.
Oh boy, people. Inside the Vault. Let's go check it out. Starting in patch 21, next Tuesday. Oh my god. Oh my god, people. Look. Things. Stuff. Look. Hey there, Brennan. Grounded's pretty good. What the heck is up with this title? This is not Grounded. This is... What happened? 1 second. This is Fallout 76, not Grounded, by the way. I don't know what's up with the title of this darn video. I might have to end the stream and restart it because it still thinks I'm doing Grounded. But I'm not. 1 second, I have to change it over here on Twitch. Twitch probably still thinks I'm doing Grounded as well, but I'm doing Fallout 76 right now. Okay? Twitch probably still thinks I'm doing Grounded as well, but I'm doing Fallout 76 right now.
Shut up.
See if I can edit this. Stream manager. Can it change my description? Can it change my description? Can it change the game? I don't even know. I don't even know. All these things. I might have to end the stream and restart it. Oh, there it goes. I found it. There you go. There you go. Done. And then one more thing. It's because I don't know what happened, but I have to fix it. So here we go. Starting in patch 21 next Tuesday, they're kicking off a 2-part community-wide event called Fortifying Atlas with a capital Atlas. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Band together with other dwellers to deliver supplies to Atlas. Yeah. And everyone will unlock some exciting rewards. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome, huh? Additionally, QuakeCon is digital, blah, blah, blah. They're doing some Fallout stuff. Y'all still with me? Are y'all with me? This world is a nasty one. This world is a nasty one. It's all messed up. Oh. Done. Okay, so the Brotherhood of Steel have set their sights on Appalachia. And a man named Russell Dorsey believes that they're en route to the Atlas Observatory starting August 4th. You can join in a community-wide effort to construct a prospective base for the Brotherhood and unlock new events and cosmetic rewards for everyone. The Brotherhood are a hardy and resilient bunch, but the wasteland can be taxing for even the sturdiest amongst their ranks. Oh yes. When they arrive, they will need to resupply and regroup in a fully established headquarters. That's right. So that they can begin operations immediately. That's where you come in. After next week's patch, travel to Atlas Observatory in the Savage Divide and meet up with Russell, who just might be the biggest Brotherhood fan in all of Appalachia. He's heading up supply gathering and construction efforts to herald their return. Over the next few weeks, he will ask everyone to share in delivering an abundance of raw materials. This is what we're talking about in the past. You know, I was talking about how Berkeley Springs or something, you could just deliver a ton of supplies. So in this regard, the Fallout First members are going to be very important. Yes. If the community is able to deliver enough scrap of each type in time, hey there, Dushan, all players will earn in-game rewards, including the new Brotherhood of Steel-themed cosmetics, a Purveyor Super Sale, a double score daily event, and more. Additionally, every time you contribute materials, you will receive Atlas Donors Provisions, which you can open from my inventory to receive goodies and a chance at rare plants. Fortifying Atlas will take place in 2 parts. Project Alpha, starting August 4th, and Project Bravo, August 27th. Each project will have its own supply requirements, collection dates, and rewards. Collection periods for each objective will begin and end at 10 a.m. Central Time at the dates listed below. August 4th, deliver 125,000 million.
What do we have here? A brand new member of the Inner Circle. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a supporter of the channel.
Good Lord. Deliver 125 million steel, and you get a beret. Everyone does. August 8th through 11th, 150 million concrete. You get a banner. Yeah. August 11th through the 15th, 200 million cork. High score double daily challenges. August 15th through the 18th, 150 million plastic bonus challenges week. I think there should be more. And a beret or a banner. A whole lot. I know this is everybody in the entire game. But still, you know, it's just, you know, I'll post this in the Gooboberti Collective. Ba 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 dee dee ha dee do and a ha dee da dee do ha la dee doo dee hi. Well, the banner's kind of cool. It's made of metal. Whatever. Okay. Project Bravo. August 27th through the 31st. 150 million wood, Steel Dawn Army fatigues. August 31st through the September 3rd. 200 million cloth. Steel Collectron. Well, that's good. The Brotherhood of Steel Collectron. That's the only thing that matters. Right there. Everything else is stupid. Purveyor, 50% off super sale. 175 million leather. Meat Week, 250 wood plan. Is all that matters. Get your motor on him. Oh boy. Fallout 76 at QuakeCon at home. Okay, boo. They're kicking off a weekend of streams, a host of blah 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 content, but not me. A colossal problem. Okay. Oh. Ugh. So the dev team is going to be streaming their experience with a colossal problem. That might be interesting to watch. There's a Fallout-themed cooking show? What? Huh? Throughout the weekend, we got tons of great folks from the Fallout community lined up to bring you a wide variety of streams, including a Fallout-themed cooking show, camp building tips and tactics, Fallout cosplay, a Fallout 4 speedrun, cheaters, and a variety show with the... But not Gooboberti, right? Who cares about that guy? Who cares about that guy? Vaults 101 man guy, apparently, is the guy that they contacted for creative camp building. I hope that it doesn't involve curved walls underground bases or floating bases or exceeding the budget. Mr. Vault 101 man guy, you make me sick. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. We're back. So, let's just make sure that the description for this video is correct because, yeah. Hey, Kevin. Let's go check out the Atomic Shop. They're so stingy, you know? Albino fur. Okay. Bunch of nothing. Bunch of nothing. And a bunch of nothing. Yeah. Hey, Grounded's pretty cool. The game Grounded is... It reminds me of The Forest, if you've ever played that.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Survival game. You're chopping down things and you're surviving. There's a bunch of buggies out there and they're large. Some of them are friendly. Some of them are horribly horrible. Horrible bugs. They're so terrible. Oh my god. And spiders. But you're chopping down blades of grass, exploring, trying to figure out what happened. I explored. I went across the yard. I found out the storyline. I found the robot. I got my dailies. And now I'm just trying to make a base and just trying to survive. It's a pretty relaxing situation because you can build anywhere that you want, and there's baddies out there, and you have to do certain things to get certain plans. The goal is to scan everything. Every little body part, every little thing that you get, you scan it in the computer. That gives you more plans. You get also more plans by doing the dailies from the robot I mentioned, and by finding these tapes and so forth. Yeah, the forest is nice. Was nice. Good graphics. It's cool because you're in the forest and you could chop down the trees, and the trees are very large, and you could chop down the tree falls down and turns into a bunch of logs. You pick the logs up and you put them on your shoulder, you put them on a log cart, you drag the cart. That's what this game is like. You chop down the gigantic blades of grass and the dandelions and all that. You chop down the blades of grass and the dandelions and all that. Yeah. And you collect the quote-unquote lumber. It's pretty cool. Make a little axe and a hammer. There's like little sap coming out from the twigs. The graphics are great. And the sound, the sound design's wonderful as well. It really sounds like there's a neighborhood out there. You hear like little motorcycles and engines and maybe people playing, some animal, some other noise. But it's distorted and distant, like really far away. Sort of like you're really small and you can hear some echoing weird noises from the dimension above. It really feels like a whole nother world way up there. And you're way down there, and distance is measured in centimeters, which is pretty cool. I'm talking about the game called Grounded right now. Okay, let me put a couple things up. So here I am again in the world of Fallout 76. I will be in charge of my own team, and I will take over this map in time. Yeah, I got a glider, little dandelion thing. It's sort of like Minecraft where it doesn't really tell you how to play. Minecraft, you really just have to figure it out, and over time you realize you can make a crafting bench. You could, you have to use certain tools to break down certain things, and it's really strict about that. You have to have a certain level axe or hammer to break down a certain level flim flam. It's pretty awesome. It really is, you know, like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids situation. You know?
This sure is a downgrade from killing people for those.
Okay. Let's keep on going. Hey, thank you, Cal. And thank you, really. Thank you, Riley. With the flim flam. Yeah, that grounded game is pretty fun. You said that you play it too, Cal? I have a world I was working on earlier. It was pretty fun. I was trying to make a fortress. Trying to figure out the building. A really cool thing about the building in Grounded is that you put up your blueprints for what you want to build. So you say, I want to have a floor here, floor, wall, ceiling, stairs, blah, blah, blah. And it's like a shining blue outline. And then you go get the supplies and you deliver the supplies to the blueprint. So you don't have to have the supplies before you build the thing. You build the thing first, and then you fill in the blueprint with the supplies. Sort of like Fortnite a little bit, sometimes. On the PvE side, when you're building a tower, you have the shining blue outline for what you have to build within. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking over workshops. We'll have a nice and fun session, taking over the whole map. You know. Yeah, and there's like, so there's dried grass, there's dandelion, there's the green grass, there's clover, and you have to chop at this stuff. There's little pebbles I have to pick up, little sprigs, and plant fiber. And the graphics are great. The little bugs are pretty cool looking, and the ants are friendly, but then the warrior ants are, or the soldier ants are mean, you know? But if the friendly ants see that you killed one of the other friendly ants, they all swarm you. It's pretty cool. The ants steal your food from your box. And so do the other creatures. They make their little noises. The spiders are horrifying. And the cool thing is, in Grounded, they have an arachnophobia setting. And yes, I'm playing on PC right now. And on Grounded, I'm playing on PC as well. But I'm using my Xbox Live account. You have to log in with your Xbox account. That's why I'm wondering if Grounded is cross-platform. I don't know yet. It might be. With your friends list. And there you go. Right over here.
What up, baby?
Right over here. Boom. Okay, I was going to build a couple things as I do, and we'll move on. And another cool thing in Grounded. God, that scared me. Another cool thing in Grounded is oh. Another cool thing in Grounded. The fact that the water, you know, you have to drink water, of course, or hydrate yourself, but it's found like on dew, like a big old bubble of dew dripping from the end of a blade of grass, and you have to throw a rock at it, and the entire bubble of liquid bounces on the ground, and you just gotta slurp it up. Pretty cool. The fact that the viscosity of liquid is handled appropriately at that scale Yeah. Then I will do the thing. Well, that thing called for them. I just can't do anything about it. It's true. It drives me just a little bit crazy. Alright. I just swap out my perks there for a second. Normally I build in phases, but you showed up, so I have to build everything. Alright. A rocket. Oh yeah. Where'd my teammate go? I think my teammate left. Hey there, Dave. How's it going? Let's hurry up. Got my teammate here, or I guess he was here. Not anymore. Maybe he crashed because he sort of like just disappeared. I just have to put this stuff up real quick like. Oh, come on now. There you go. Run over here and do the same.
Hey, oh my gosh, thank you so Thank you.
Hey Dave, aren't you the kindest, most genuflecting gentleman this side of the Pecos? Here you go. Yeah. See, I like that mid wall. So what I do is I do 2 cement and then I do my big tire wall. Yeah, that's a blueprint all by itself. I put a generator on top and 2 of the construction lights facing at an angle. Okay. Are there any snacks available only in Canada? I had a Canadian send me some stuff. I think Tim Tams. But isn't that like a Canadian thing? I had one of them Canadian folk send me some Canadian stuff one time.
Oh, yes.
They actually... This Kinder Egg here came from Cal's family. Illegal Kinder Eggs. I haven't opened it yet. It's all that's left from that original situation. Okay, let's hurry up. Hurry up. Well, I just like to have my little partitions, you know, down there and up here. At this workshop, I like to have my 2 line of sight bricks. Against this one, I put water. because this is like a pit, and this helps to partition the pit. Otherwise, it's sort of a bad situation having this down here. Okay, I'll get a few more waters. It sure is chaotic. I have one rocket that's making all that noise. How low is my life? Oh, Canada, I beseech my claim to you. Oh no, and boom. There we go. Yeah. I don't think I can put any crops down. Oh, I do have... Ooh, I have some razor grain. So I can put a partial crop wall here. Oh, yes. I'll put the crop wall right in front of the normal wall. Uh-oh.
Hey, oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Hey, Connie, here's a dance for you. Watch me squat for you. It's true. Golden sack nut, yeah. All day long for you. Thank you, Connie. May that golden zag nut brighten your day. May it brighten your day. All right. All this crazy stuff I'm doing. Ugh. Okay, we're done here. Got the double wall on lock. On Jump Street. Hook set, mark set, alpha. I'll throw in one of these bad boys right over here. And I'll leave, and I'll call it a do. I'll call it a doozy do. You can come this way if you want to. I'll put this little fence-a-poo over here. Make you walk around. That's what I do. I make them folks walk around. You gotta put the lanterns by the fence posts. You know. This right up here, far over as possible, so I can then let you see what's really up, y'all. Okay, we got the phlegm, got the phlegm. We can go that way, but you see, the thing is, we have to be perpendicular with this, or parallel, I should say. They're going to be parallel with that line, otherwise the feng shui is off. You know what I mean? It's really important. Okay, so you're coming up, then you're going out. Coming up, then going out. You're coming up, and you're going out. Alright, we're done here. Just about one more thing. I do love gas lamps as well, because they don't require power sources, and they're... I like to have my light set different elevation. Yeah, perpendicular is a parallel. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares about that? Perpendicular. Parallelogram. So lame. Here's a parallelogram. Well, a square is a parallelogram, right? Yeah, because a rhombus, for example, is a parallelogram. Well, I think a parallelogram is another name for a rhombus. Isn't that true? Or is a rhombus just a four-sided parallelogram? Ah, a rhombus is a four-sided parallelogram. Or you could say a square is a rhombus with right angles, which happens to be a four-sided parallelogram. Right? A parallelogram. Parallelogram. Oh boy. Hey Cortana. Show me a picture of a parallelogram.
I pulled up some images for you.
Yes. Yes, a parallelogram is another name for a rhombus. Wait a minute. The rhombus is the weird one. Hey, okay, and then a parallelogram is a quadrilateral that has two pairs of opposite sides that are parallel. Ah, you see, because clearly a parallelogram is a quadrilateral that has two pairs of opposite sides that are flim-flammed up. You see, that's a rectangle, that's a square, that's a rhombus, that's a diamond. Stupid, get out of here, diamond. You're not a shape. Stupid diamond. What out of here? What grade is this? Fire them. Half of this... Get it. It's all the same thing. Fourth grade? Fired. Alright. We're back. Hail, Jimmy, and hail. How come none of the other shapes have gram in it when gram just means picture, right? Doesn't like gram mean it's a picture? You can look at it. Isn't that what the gram part means? So why even have gram at all? It's not rhombus gram, triangle gram. Maybe there is another gram. Octagram, decagram. You have drons all day long, decahedrons and polygons. Maybe there is a distinct difference between the gon or the on, you know, and the gram. Why is it a gram? Hexagon, yeah, it's just a million insert suffix end with the prefix flim flam. Oh boy, I'm trying to unravel this universe piece by piece. Today it's shapes. Yesterday it was something else. The day before that it was geese teeth and camel noises. There's flaws in the Matrix, I tell you. Flaws!
But I finally found it. Congratulations!
Alright, goodbye.
You are a winner of the great Appalachian Sweepstakes.
Graham does have plans. That is a point. Diagrams. And another name for plan is diagram. And another word for diagram is shape. Or path. I think we're getting somewhere. Yeah, you're right. The gram is measuring something. Gram. See, you're right. You got all the measurement. Oh my gosh. You got milligram. You're right. Well, see, a gram is a weight measurement. How many grams does something weigh? But it's a different kind of gram. Instagram isn't talking about an instant unit of measurement. Is it? Telegram? What's a telegram then, huh? Telegram. I'm teleporting units of measurement to you. They'll show up tomorrow in the mail. It's 4 grams. I'm teleporting. It's a telegram, instant delivery. We're making progress. There's ways to find out these deep mysteries of reality, you know. So I know that right now this in-game music is very loud.
Grandma.
Gram.
Gram.
Okay, I think I've cracked the code. People. Gram means to write down, to record, it's written down. It's all sort of right, you know. It means it's there. You're looking at it. Like grammar is the act of the language, writing it, gram. But then it's also a unit of measurement, meaning a small thing. Like it's a little bit. It's like a whamp. So all of a sudden becomes grams. How many grams does it weigh? Buh. You know? It got mixed up in there. But then graph comes off of it because graphene it's like graphene and gram have the same origin. And then of course graphing, graph, we know all about graphing and graph and graphs and graphs. It's about charting and plotting and recording visually recording information with points and so forth over time. It's not just an equation, it's plotting the equation So that's why a shape would be a gram. You know what I mean? You're taking math and numbers and you're putting it into three-dimensional space as a two-dimensional depiction, taking up volume. It takes up volume in the three-dimensional space to even consider a gram. But numbers and so forth, 42. You don't need to have space to hold 42. You know what I mean? 42 is considered something all by itself. Right? You get it? The 42 in a vacuum, all by itself, doesn't need to have a container the size of 42, because all by itself, 42 means nothing. 42 only means something in relation to something else. So you have no idea how large the container is, so it might as well not even exist. So, the second you gram or graph or whatever, the second you say, this is a triangle, it looks like this, versus imagine a triangle, I don't know, because you can say there's a triangle. You don't have to draw the triangle, but the second the triangle interacts with anything, then you have to say, well, where is the triangle? The second you say where, you have to create reality to justify the existence of a triangle. Or I shouldn't say reality, I should say space-time. Or, you know. Let's just say without a human to observe a shape floating in space, it doesn't have any time, but the second a human were to try to understand the nature of the shape, it takes time because you're moving from point to point to point to point with your consciousness in the shape. If you say, how many sides does that shape have, now all of a sudden you're counting. And counting takes time. Get it? If that thing has 20 sides, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it takes that long. So it has to occupy space and time, and the more complex something is, and the more that you're forced to interact with it, it occupies more space and time. Versus just a pure equation, or the number, or the symbol itself. But now we know the nature of the parallelogram, the rhombus, the gram, and the graph. We know all these things now, and we are stronger than before.
Time to die!
See that? And we can take this knowledge and apply it to tomorrow. So right now what I'm doing in Fallout 76 is I'm taking over a workshop. Isn't that fun? Yeah? There's a bunch of workshops around the map. And I'm taking them over. Building my bare essentials. Whenever I come here, I like to clear off the town first. That's what took the time it took. Hey there. Alright, so now I will quickly get some basic resources online. There should be a scorch piece coming, I think. Sometimes they come right away. I'm just going to build some basic garbage and roll out. And roll out. Don't mind me. Just building a couple things. I know what I like here. I know exactly what I like here. Yeah. All right.
I have lots of hobbies.
That's what the first phase of operation is, people.
Murder.
Getting a couple things online. I'm not using my fancy flying saucer with the turret on top right now.
My way.
Let's go down here to Dabney Homestead and continue my conquest. Hold him off, man. Oh boy. I'll tell you what, the ants in Grounded are scarier. Well, I guess they have more of a personality. These act just like bugs. But maybe because they're larger. The ants in Grounded relative to you are very large. Very large bugs. Yeah. Aubrey, what do I have blueprints for? Is it mostly for looks? It's not mostly for looks, it's mostly for function. I have a list of different blueprints for different things. Different things. Asking for different flim-flams here. I'll build some stuff up here. Sing as you asked. I don't have that much oil right now, so I can't do too much. So I'm not going to. I'll just show you my blueprints. But here I put something. You see, I put a blueprint right here. I don't have any oil. Oh boy, so I can't. Well, you see this building right here has a collectron inside, a turbo fertilizer grenade machine, a stash box, and whatever. All the lights and colors and stuff, that I think helps me because it prevents other players from outright slaughtering me for no good reason. Because it means that you're a human and you have a personality and you're not just a zombie. If you just put a bunch of garbage on the ground, like a bunch of water pumps, then you really should be killed in the game. Okay, let's go back over here so I can get some oil up and operational. You kind of, oh, I can't do that. That is super pricey. Okay, we're doing small jumps. Small jump central. Small jump central. Okay. I'll have to piggyback off of Berkeley Springs for a second and then head on into that Enclave event, I guess. I'll just knock that out, get some caps in the process, and then head down south to the vendor to get some quick money. I've been spending my money doing money things.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Ryan, here is a thing for you.
Thank you.
Like, for example, this blueprint right here, Aubrey. You know, it has the collectron, the workbench here, the stash box, the turbo fertilizer collector, the scrap box, and the ammo converter, and a bunch of posters and lights and garbage. There's power on top. This whole structure takes power. I put these two discs. These didn't come with it. And some lights in the front. Alright. Right on over, do the Enclave event. Super duper quick. Let me know if the music is too loud for you. Tell you what, there's something special about cold water, I think, at a quantum level. I mean, I think the temperature of things determines the level of quantum entanglement. The colder something is, you know, that's just how it works. It's literally true. If you could disentangle some garbage by adding information into the system through heat. That's why you have to super cool things to increase their ability to act at a quantum level. You know, just how it works. That's just how it works, baby. Weird properties start to exist when things get super duper duper cold because they're not moving as much and there's less disturbances at the quantum level. So things are more on the same page. So I think drinking cold water is sort of magical. Drinking hot water, you're basically drinking reality with all of its flim-flam. Now, if reality is good, if you're in a pleasing environment, I think drinking warm water will be good. If you're in a negative environment, drinking cold water is good, I think. Jimmy? Well then. I think if you have a glass of water and it's room temperature, perhaps the energy systems of the environment are in the water now. But if you have a block of ice water, the energy systems of the environment literally have not penetrated the ice cube. Otherwise, it'll be melted. It's literally still a crystal in its original configuration. You can see the bubbles and the light passing through the ice is still there. You can see it. Ice cubes are magical, I think. Or better yet, ice cubes capture the nature of the environment at which they were frozen. So if you took that warm water from some room full of, like from an insane asylum, so if you had a glass of warm water sitting there in a crazy torture asylum from the horror movies and let it sit there for a while and then froze it, those ice cubes would have evil ghosts in them. I think the evil spirits would live in the ice cubes and then would be melted into the new water and then would slowly contaminate the entire room. Slowly. Especially if you misted it through the room, you know? Which goes into the whole concept of holy water. If you think about it, that adds validity to the whole concept of you could take a body of water and have it match your consciousness, which means it's blessed. So it's holy water. And then that water can keep that state. I think it's best if you freeze that water. You have to freeze it and then use it in the cold state. But if you have just a vial of warm holy water, it's not going to be holy for very long, in my opinion. You know, so you have to keep it really cold or frozen. Think about it, and that's never addressed in movies. Isn't that weird how they never addressed the fact that the holy water isn't frozen? So hold on a second, when did you bless that water? Oh, 3 years ago. Where was it? In my cupboard next to the rice? Okay. Well, it's probably not holy anymore. I'm just guessing. Yeah, so I now officially, as of today, believe in holy water. Because I thought about it. You know what I mean? I thought about it for 5 seconds, and now I believe in holy water. Because it makes sense at a quantum level. I was thinking about the nature of ice water and ice in general and quantum mechanics, and it makes sense that the state of reality would be captured in the water, frozen into it, and then melted back into reality. Makes sense to me. Yep, therefore it's true. That's how I work, baby. Hey there, John. How's it going?
All array components engaged. Activating targeting protocols.
Here's the thing. Holy heavy water isn't as good as holy pure water. Well, it's both good and bad.
Circuit panel failure.
the heavy water has impurities, right? There's stuff in there. There's stuff in the water, and that stuff has its own alignment. Unless you can guarantee the purity of all that stuff and the origin of it, because who knows the state of reality where the stuff in the water came from. You can't guarantee that. But if for example, you create your own dirty water, your own heavy water with a bunch of created impurities, you know, if you make in a lab your own magnesium and nickel and whatever else is in heavy water, you know, some lead, some carbon runoff, but you get a pure block of carbon and a pure block of silicon and a pure block of everything, and then you pray over it and you hold it with you and you sleep with it and you freeze it, then that it might even be more magical than pure water. What I'm saying is the heavy water has the capability of holding more charge because there's stuff in there. It's just harder. It's just harder to influence matter at that level. I think water's a whole lot easier to infuse with the essences of the multiverse than other forms of matter, because other forms of matter are really complicated versus straight up water. Well, I'm using the word holy, but just see it this way. See it this way. At a quantum mechanical level, matter likes to just hang out and do some stuff. If you have a bunch of matter, it'll be in the same quantum state until extra energy is put into the system. If you bring a bunch of matter down to near absolute zero and don't touch it for a while, they'll start to act as one. It'll start to entangle and do some flim-flammy action. It'll start to merge. I think it forms an Einstein-Bose condensate, I think is what it's called. Is that what it is? An Einstein-Bose condensate? Condensate? I think is what happens when you have a bunch of stuff and you freeze it to absolute zero and you let it sit there for a bit and don't touch it. You know? And I'm just imagining that cold water, that anything frozen is more of a pure state, less influenced by reality. And if things are influenced by reality, that it'll be captured in the melting process at a quantum level. That the influence and direction of the melt is captured in the melt. So that, you know, there's something slightly different about the molecules now, because they melted based upon this nature of energy being inserted into the system, and it's captured. And I've also heard about those water experiments, but I'm just thinking about that nature, about the whole idea about you have your ice cubes, water, cold water feels psychologically refreshing. Like from a biological level, we really enjoy drinking cold water, depending. And it burns calories and everything, even though a nice warm water is good. And we also enjoy drinking broth. We also enjoy a nice warm meal. But we do enjoy the cold thing as well, you see. I'm just imagining that once that water melts and it hits room temperature, you're basically ingesting the energy state of the room, okay? Just imagine psychic vibrations are bouncing off the walls, all kinds of stuff is happening, different entities from different dimensions are observing reality through holes all throughout the room, influencing the flow and nature of energy systems, and it's passing through that glass of water over and over and over again until the water is melted, or, you know, nice and just stagnant, you know.
Immediate evacuation required.
And you drink it.
Repeat. Please retreat to a safe distance immediately.
You know, you might get like a polyp or something. You might get a sore throat. You might get some stuffy nose infection or some weird thing, you know. But of course, if you have frozen water, you could tell because the ice is still frozen that it has not been disturbed. You could take the ice out of the glass of water, dry it off, shave off the outer edge, and it's pure. If you shave off the outer edge of ice, the outer water hasn't penetrated because it's still ice. Hey look, it's still ice. Yay. It's pure. You eat that, you're good to go. Yeah. So, in that sense, you know, if you're just chilling in a room for a bit, your body will take on the energy state of that room.
Eliminated.
But
Infestation.
if your body's insulated,
Thank you for your participation.
you are protected. So maybe if in the future we wear some sort of Faraday cage outside of our bodies, or if your clothing has like copper wires in it, or something to prevent outside influence. I don't mean like from Wi-Fi, but sure. I mean from a literal sense. Unless you're in a beautiful environment, unless you're walking through the forest like it's a Disney movie, reality is passing right through you. And you become part of it. If you live in the gutter, you're gonna look like a gutter. If you live in the forest full of yellow and beautiful flowers and butterflies, you're gonna look like some Disney movie by the time you get out of it. What happened to you? You feel so alive now. I don't know. Something different about me. Yeah, so, you know, most of the heat on Earth is transferred through water. Like, most of it through water vapor, you know? That's how the energy moves around the planet. It warms up the ocean. The hot water from the ocean goes up into the clouds and does some stuff. And then clouds are water. And when you look at the map and you go, oh, we got the hot and cold systems, that's water. We're talking about water. You know? All of weather is just water moving around in the air. Yes, there's other air gases up in there, but it's water. Sort of. That's where the energy comes from. I don't think the other particles have the capacity to, or the other molecules have the capacity to hold any sort of energy state besides water. Water has the ability to do that. It's special. Not special, but you know. It's sort of special, relatively. There's a bunch of elements that are special in that nature. Okay, so now we have to go down to the vendor. Yeah, so I was just talking about that, and then I was saying, you came in right when I was talking about holy water. You know, I was talking about under that notion, that means that if you are with a glass of water, that means they did the experiments. That means that it will start to copy the state of your consciousness. You know, the longer you hold on to the water. If you have a flask of water in your hip pocket, that water is you. You know, if you've been carrying a flask of water or a canteen, like so soldiers that have canteens, the water in those canteens, because they're right there at the hips the entire time, is basically the same essence as them, even though it's more of reality because it's outside their body. If you had it inside your, you know, so it copies that state. So even without religion, if you sat there and cleared your mind and thought vague happy thoughts without them being actual thoughts, and you held a glass of water and you just felt nice and peaceful, and you vibrated with a noise, and you sat there at dawn holding the glass of water, that glass of water is now magical, which means that if you quickly freeze that glass of water and make ice cubes and then drink from that water throughout the day, the rest of your day will be more magical, because then you're carrying that state of your consciousness with you. So I think you should do that. You should pray or meditate over your ice trough, or even over your entire fridge. You should pray at your fridge without any religion. I'm holding my milk gallon, holding my gallon of milk. Anything with liquid and a lot of water can hold your ketchup, because there's water in there. You know? Hold that ketchup. Alright. So here we are, we're still playing the game. I took over a couple workshops, I did the Enclave event nearby, and now I'm breaking down some stuff at the vendor and selling some stuff as well. my flim flam is too low to do anything of substance, I'll sell my grenades and sell some other nonsense and get rid of all these plans.
Tonight, we bring you the final... Hi, this is Gabe Ramses, and I'm leaving this message to inform the Parks and Rec Department of the horrible experience my family and I had this week at the Alpine River Cabins. Look, we were all looking forward to a nice weekend getaway in the wilderness, but between the constant shaking in the cabins, rodent swarms, and blood-curdling screams, well, I'm more stressed than I was before. My boys were so upset they swore they saw the picture frames spinning on the walls. My tax dollars pay your salaries, so I demand recompense, or you can bet I'll do my darndest to make sure that money is in someone else's pocket next
I
election.
demand
And one more
recompense.
thing. Maybe you can get off your lazy butts and pick up some garbage here. This place is filthy. I know all the recent hubbub about atomic war, but that doesn't mean the place has to look like it was just hit with a nuclear bomb.
Well, alright. Let's go do our thing, friend. Hi there, friend. I'm here to sell you some garbage. Are you ready to accept my offers? First, I have grenades for sale. Are you ready? Thank you. Now I have a casual outfit. And bourbon, brain fungus, buff out, canned dog food, carrot flour, cave cricket gland, cave cricket meat, disease cranberry, glowing blood for you, not me, glowing meat,
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike
medics, honeycomb,
imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest
mirelurk meat,
convenience.
mutant hound meat,
Thank you.
New
for your
River Red Ale,
cooperation.
Oak Collar Lager, Pickaxe Pilsner. All the rat X in the world can't get me down. Oh no. Razor grain in my belly. Doesn't matter. Everything is gone. It must go. Everything must fly off of these shelves. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Hey there, Jonathan. You want some words of help? Okay. Here's some words of help. Times are tough for youngsters, huh? Here's the words. Here's a secret. Times are not tough. It's all a lie, and you can do anything that you want to do. It's a big secret. Oh boy, don't tell your friends. You can do anything that you want to do. In fact, you could do anything. And it's amazing. You could basically rule the whole planet indirectly in about 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
If you make the right moves and the right decisions. It's all about you, though. Understand that? Isn't that weird how it's all up to you 100%? If you make the right moves, you could rule the whole planet. You could be the richest person and own 15 islands and do whatever you want to do, but it's up to you. But, you know, things are hard, I guess. You fail, you give up, you feel bad about yourself. Remember, every time that you fail, you're actually growing stronger, and you've learned a very valuable lesson. It's, you know, you've learned through direct experience, so you could apply that knowledge for the next iteration. It doesn't mean that you stop. It means that you try again. Most people say only an idiot will grab the thing twice after you got burned. No, an idiot gives up after getting burned. So imagine an idiot walks up to the stove and is told, "Hey idiot, go grab that frying pan," and the idiot grabs it by the hot part. They go, "Ow, that hurt. I'm never touching it again because I'm a stupid person." Once you know what they say, you only morons touch burning things twice. No, only morons give up. The second you look at it, you do some experiments, you drop an ice cube on it and say, oh look, the ice cube doesn't melt on the handle. Maybe I should grab it by the handle. You go pick it up by the handle. I win. Do I win? I grab the frying pan. You know, there's a way to do things without dying, but it's scary. It's the fear factor that gets you down. And much of modern society is in place to have you maintain that fear and to tell your friends about that fear and to make you not try and say it's pointless and worthless and we have to tear down the whole world because the whole world is bad. No, the world's pretty darn awesome and you can do whatever you want to do. You could invent a new style of running shoe if you did it just right and you went through the right avenues. If you're confident that this running shoe is the best running shoe ever, you could make a new running shoe company. It's up to you. Look, failure is growth. Success is stagnation. People try to go the easy route because they think it's fun and it's safe. But if you always go the safe route, you'll end up like everybody else. And everybody else is the herd, sort of. And the herd eats each other. And they're invisible. And the herd needs the herd to exist. So they're going to keep you in there. They need you. They need you. You don't need them. Sort of. But they need you. But it's up to you. My child. That's all I gotta say. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. Alright, let's go sell some garbage over here.
For your safety.
The fear!
Of goods purchased.
And it's about, you know, knowing what's really important. It takes time to know what's really important. Sometimes you're trying to do what makes you happy. If you think that the most important thing in the world is having a new dog, and you'll do anything to get yourself a new dog. Well, once you get the dog, your goal is to get something? That was your goal? To get that thing? The one thing I want in the world is to get the new Shania Twain album. I'll do anything to get the album. So the one thing that you want in life is to get that thing, and then once you get it, then what? Not good. Alright. Got rid of a couple things, and now I will dump the rest of these plans and the ammo. It's a big part of the game, you know. Waiting in line for Shania Twain albums. 3 a.m. Let's go, girls. You're all lined up wearing men's shirts in line for Shania Twain. Trying to be Shania Twain. Why can't you be yourself? Stop trying to be Shania Twain. Look in the mirror. Stop trying to be Shania Twain. That's step one. Fusion cooler. Oh. Yeah. Best part about being a woman is that you get to have a little fun. Oh. Isn't that right, Mr. Jenner? Shania Twain destroyed a whole generation. Worse than Miley Cyrus ever did. You think Miley Cyrus twerking on Beetlejuice in front of the Kids' Choice Awards was bad? Shania Twain was talking about what it means to be a woman, spreading propagandic lies of the patriarchy. I'll show you. You can break this down Illuminati style. This song was made by George Soros, funded in part by Cuba and other situations. Okay, so right over here, you see? Look, let's go, girls. See, she's talking to a. She's not saying "let's go, women." She's talking to a younger generation. It's already targeted. I'm going out tonight to have an abortion. You see? I'm feeling alright on drugs. I'm gonna let it all hang out like a hoa. Wanna make some noise? Rioting in the streets? Raise my voice like a succubanian flim-flam? Scream and shout? Horrible, chaotic. See, women are crazy. Women are uncontrollable beasts of the field. That's what no inhibitions. Make no conditions. Get a little out of line. I ain't gonna act politically correct. What? This is in the song, you see this? Propaganda. It's in there. You see? Totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. What? Color my hair? Do what I dare? What? Look at this blackface. Blackface. What is this? It's horrible. What are men's shirts? What are they? You see? Why does the shirt have to be for a man? Shania Twain. Okay. Alright. See, this is the educational stream. We learn about things. We learn about things, people. Hey there, Gino. How's it going? What'd it really do?
Safety is not guaranteed in the event of a hostile.
I'm joking. That song isn't fueled by George Soros and the Illuminati and reptilian underground empire of the flimflams. It's not propaganda. You can just read into anything and make it be whatever you want it to be, and I like to do that sometimes. I like to act like things are real and then read into it on purpose. And sometimes it is real. You know, you just roll the dice against the wall. Sometimes it's real. It's pretty fun. Yeah, with a yeah right now. How's it going there, Gino? Yeah. Do you prefer Quiznos or Subway? In light that Subway also toasts their subs. Knowing very well that Subway also toasts their subs, are you a Subway fan or a Quiznos fan, and why? I'm doing a study. Subway, huh? So are you a Tom Hanks fan? Yes, Jersey Mike's is very nice. Because their bread and their lettuce and their meat. It's very, I mean, Subway is very, Quiznos is, and Jersey Mike's is, ooh. Oh. 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 Right? Something like that. Isn't that right? Isn't that about right? Hey, Cortana, show me... Hey, Cortana.
I'm not.
Show me a picture of Jersey Mike subs.
I found 4 locations for.
Show me a picture, beast. I want to see it. Oh, yes. Hey, Cortana. Show me an image of Jersey Mike's.
I found 4 locations for Jersey Mike's subs.
I will murder you.
There's Jersey Mike's subs at 6709 North Riverside Drive, Suite 101 in Fresno.
I want to see a picture.
It's 3.5 miles away.
Shut up. I'm showing what I'm talking about. Look, it's a big deal. Jersey Mike's has, you know, they got. Okay, here's a great example. Okay, a great example, a fantastic, let's say, example, right here, of this effect. Okay, this is another good effect right here. Here we go. I'm showing you right now. You see this situation? What is this? What is this? Look at this. Look at this. What's happening here, huh? Look at this. See that? Look at this. Look. Right? I don't know how to put it into words, but I think doing this in the sound effect is just right. Look at this one. You see this? This is what you expect in a Jersey Mike sub. A bunch of flim-flam going on. I mean, really. Do they have to go crazy like that? Look at this one. It's part of their thing. Look at that one. Antibiotic-free pork, is that a good thing? Last time I heard that was a bad thing. You know what I mean? Ew. You're supposed to have lettuce in your sandwich. You're saying if you want to save your sandwich for later, you don't get lettuce? Well, that's pretty smart. The lettuce does bad things. But that's like saying you don't get any condiments whatsoever on your sandwich because it'll make the bread soggy. Subway sandwich. You see, this is a Subway sandwich. It's so... I mean, what is this? A cafeteria? It's so perfect. Look at it. It's like they use actual lettuce. Look at this thing. It might as well be Arby's. It might as well be Arby's. They got their bread. They got their folded, carefully meats. Look at this. They fold their meat. You know, all their chicken breast is like processed. They got shrimp on their sandwiches like freaks. I do love an Italian BMT on Parmesan oregano bread. I'll tell you that much. Arby's is disgusting. Well, let's just say you have to be in a perfect mood for Arby's. Do you want an onion-infused roll with a big old glob of molten cheese and some just slabs of room temperature roast beef? Yum! Layer it deep and go squishy. The cool thing is that the Arby's sandwiches are better as leftovers, you know? But there is something special about having an onion-infused roll with that meat. You smash it. But Arby's is a mood, I agree, and it can be extraordinary, the best thing in the world. But I think there's negative consequences of doing it every day. It might mess up your taste buds permanently. You might taste this musk. I could taste it right now just thinking about it, you know, just... You can't taste it? Heavy onion. Roasted onion. I can smell it. All their sandwiches taste like French onion soup. That could be their secret. Maybe they infused their meat in the French onion soup. Kind of like how Chick-fil-A infuses their flim flam with pickle juice. Maybe Arby's infuses their flim flam with onions. Hey Cortana, show me an Arby's sandwich now.
I found 3 locations for Arby's around Sandwich. There's Arby's at 6410 North Blackstone Avenue in Fresno. It's 5.5 miles away.
All I want to do is look at this horrible... Ah! My goodness, what in the world is... This has to be the most American sandwich in the world. My goodness. These are real sandwiches. Oh my God. It's a real sandwich. How much does it cost? Like 30 bucks? 30 bucks or something? Oh, they have a fried chicken in there? That might ruin it. Oh, there's a fish. That's fish? What's happening? America! Okay. It does look pretty good. That looked pretty good, mind you. But, you know, you gotta be American to enjoy it. Tell them that is lonesome nights over, baby, Sandman. I'm doing stuff. Uh-oh. Well, so be it. That was kind of cool. He just showed up, huh? There's another Scorch Beast over here at the station. At the RNG. Yeah. Alright, we're still going. Well, seeing as I'm here, I might as well hop on down to the Foundation. Okay. Say what? With the flim flap, baby. I see you have a missing property. Sorry, I had to hear that.
I heard Sonny got a new ship.
Why'd you wake me up for?
Go check it out.
Finally. Someone with the guts to help.
I see you have our missing property. I'm sorry to hear that.
Shut up.
Haven't had this.
Took off Green Thumb 1 and put on Concentrated Fire 1. Eyebrows raising. Okay. Okay, we're doing just fine. Heading over to the Lakeside Cabins. Anybody have any Fallout 76 questions? I'm happy to answer. I could do this all day. Maybe. Huh. Huh. There we go. Huh. Okay. Minor issues. There appears to be all kinds of terrible bugs with Chrome. This browser is having all kinds of terrible issues these days. It really is weird and terrible. I was just... Oh my god. Piece of garbage, really. It really is. It really is a piece of garbage, and I can't stand it. About it. It's about it. There it is. Hey, what do you do to level up? I do all kinds of stuff. I play the game. I do as much as possible. So I take over all the workshops, and I hit up the farming areas every half an hour or so. I don't server hop. That's for losers. I try to do as much as possible during these sessions. You had to leave the line in the sand event last night because people were doing that exploit there, Greg. Yeah, you know. So, did any of you catch me do the grounded stream last night? I did it last night. I know it was a weird time for you, but I did it last night. Let's head back over here and get our oil. So now once I have these workshops, so remember, I start off with not much money, you know, like not much at all. I had like 80. I had to go down to the vendor, make a bit more money, but it really is expensive hopping across the map to do stuff. But if you own the workshops, it's free after the initial payment. And I have to keep coming back to get my resources, and I clear enemies whenever I do it. You like the look of it? Yeah. I thought the game was great. It had great design. It really felt like you're a small little guy.
I think there's a free bar between Rose and me.
Dude, legendaries come all the time. I know these are low level, but you know. Yeah, it's polished, but it is still in beta. For example, I went to multiplayer and I was trying to find a room, whatever, but it said that those features aren't even available yet. But I think you can join your actual friend's room. Right now, there's no like global room joining situation. I was hoping that if I made like a public room, that people would just be dropping in, but they weren't. So I think it's cross-platform between Xbox and PlayStation. Okay, I'm passing through Silva Homestead on my way to Billings, and I'll be getting some corn and whiskey along the way. So I'll swap out my Concentrate of Fire 1 perk for Green Thumb. Yep. Leveling up just happens. But if you're still playing the game and you haven't beat everything yet, then you should be concerned with what beat. You know, there's all kinds of game, there's all kinds of storyline and requirements and things to do. Do all those things. As you work towards doing those things, you're going to level up, including all of the Pioneer Scouts challenges. Those are all things to do. And along the way, you get experience. If it says kill this many robots with a sword, then that's just something to do eventually. And in the process of doing that, you get XP. Just a million things to do as you're playing, and then over time, you as a player figure out the order that you should be doing those things. But it's really about, you know, the main and side quests that are revealed to you as you're playing the game. It's kind of more confusing now that there's Wastelanders thrown in, so it's kind of hard, I think, for a new player to really identify the order that they should be doing things. But I feel like the Wastelanders content is really just there for players that have already, quote-unquote, beat the core storyline, and then you get a pat in the back by all these humans saying, hey, good job, we're new here, what do we do? Oh man, you're so smart, you know about everything around here, you've done so much, and it makes you feel good. But if you haven't done everything already, the Wastelander storyline says, oh, we need to do this mission. If only there is something that we can do. Maybe if you go check out near this building, we could find out more information. And if you really want to just move along with the Wastelander storyline, you're gonna find yourself with roadblocks all the time, where all of a sudden you have to stop and do a bunch of main storyline tasks, I guess. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. That looked painful. Someone was already here. They've already looted it. I'll lower my life down to the nerd rage zone. Okay. And just remember, it might seem like I'm a very high level, but if this were any other game, I'll be a way higher level if I played this long with one character. I'll be a much higher level, perhaps, and with something to show for it. But this is just sort of an imaginary number. Ew. Alright, moving on.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey.
What's up, bro?
And hail.
Do you have any 5mm ammo I could trade you for?
I don't trade.
Okay.
But I'll see if I have any.
Caps or something? You want caps or something?
I'll just give it to you if I have any.
Oh, really?
I just dumped out all of my ammo at the train station over here. I'll see if it's still there. I'm heading to Pleasant Valley Station right now because I just dumped everything out in the suitcase in there. I dumped out. If you're fast enough, you can check right now. There's a blue suitcase inside of the Pleasant Valley train station with a ton of plans and a ton of ammo. I just cleared myself out a second ago.
Okay, you know where that's next to, like, an important thing? Because I don't remember off the top of my head where that is.
Okay, well, I'll go there right now. You can teleport to me. It's right at the top of the world.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Yeah. I don't trade. I don't trade. These people want to skip the upkeep cycle and then complain about the game. But there is a nice community aspect, even though it's a community of a bunch of lazy eaters. Yeah. Yeah, there's still stuff in here. None of that is duped. I get plans all the time from doing workshops.
Nice.
A bajillion, and they weigh a quarter-pound each, so I have to get rid of them all the time. Yeah. It's sad that I have to say, don't worry, nothing in that box is duped. Because it sort of feels like it. It's just a million things I put in these boxes sometimes. Do you know why most veterans have beards? It's an easy answer. Or veteran males. Do you know why most veteran men have beards? The super duper easy answer. First person that gets to answer right gets a golden Zagnet. If you can answer why most veterans probably have a beard, then you get yourself some Blim Blam.
Do you know by chance where you dumped the ammo out of?
If it's not there, then it's not there. It would have been there.
Okay.
I'll see if I have any gun, but I also got rid of my gunpowder earlier as well. I had a big old stack, but...
How did you get to level... Are you going for level 1000 or what, dude?
Yeah.
How long did that take you?
I currently have 4.5 thousand hours of all broadcast gameplay. So I'm not a cheater because all my gameplay is broadcast live, including this gameplay right here. I'm one of those
nice.
people.
Are you a streamer or something, bro?
Yep, one of those people. Yep.
Nice.
You could say, or you should say, I don't see why not. I'm the highest level legit player because everybody else bunch of cheaters. Yes, they're all cheaters. Everybody. There's all kinds of weird XP exploits and weird things you can do to avoid playing the game and act like you're a hotshot. You avoid playing the... If you notice, nobody else has any workshops besides me. Most people think that workshops are garbage, but they're the best thing you could do in the game. You really are. It's the best thing in the world. But that's what I do. I play in that method, and I do the workshop conquest, sort of like Civilization or Risk or StarCraft. It's kind of how I'm playing it. I'm playing like the macro and micro.
Nice. Do you have any tips to get to level 50? Because yeah, I want to get the new sets of power armor and stuff.
My tips are...
The good gun.
It's unavoidable. You're going to get that level so darn fast because the XP requirements are so low at your level. And if you stick to your storyline, you're going to hit level 50 super fast.
Okay.
Just stick to like you don't want to go backwards and do the storyline after you're a super, because it's going to feel stupid. It's going to feel out of context, and the game itself gives you quest rewards all the time. Items that you get from the quests are really good for your level, but later on they'll mean nothing, you know?
Okay.
But if you want a ton of XP, let's say I was a bad guy and I want to give you bad advice. If I were to give you bad advice, I would say look for a couple events around the map. There's public events like Guided Meditation, Line in the Sand, Uranium Fever, stuff like that has a ton of enemies. And then what you want to do is you want to go in there with a bunch of Molotov cocktails or a flaming bow. So you get any bow, it doesn't matter what level it is, it doesn't matter. In fact, lower the better. And you just shoot them with a million fire arrows. You don't have to hurt them all that, but you just have to tag them. And if you tag them on fire, it's really good. If you use the Grenader perk under Perception, you have a higher attack radius. So all you have to do to level up really, really quickly is go to these public events where there's a million enemies and stand in a really good spot and fire as quickly as possible, trying to tag as many enemies as possible. Molotov cocktails do it and fire arrows do it. Explosives aren't that good because it makes the bodies fly. It's very loud, and it's generally kind of heavy, and it hurts you. Fire ain't bad at all. It's not going to really kill you unless you're almost about to die. That's the best advice ever. That, and what I'm doing here, I'm taking over all these workshops across the map, right, which creates defense events. Right now, there's a defense event at Billings Homestead. If you went there and did it, it'll give you a lot of XP. The defense events give you just as much XP as the standard events in the game. A lot. If you're in a full event team, you'll get about 1,000 XP to 2,000 XP, depending with your buffs and everything, for doing the defense events. And if you own 21 like I do, or whatever my job is to retake these things as fast as possible to allow for the defense momentum so that my teammates can get the XP. So if you go there, you kill a bunch of enemies, and you get all kinds of XP. But my advice is to take your time. And it's inevitable that you'll get your levels really, really quickly because the level requirements are so darn low, and your quests have you going through farming areas. So it's better to kill 2 birds in 1 stone versus farming first and going back to the same exact spot to go do your quest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just take my time. Nice.
Yeah, but if you take your time and do it efficiently, it's really quick. Like there's a saying in the army that says slow is smooth and smooth is fast. There you go.
Were you in the army?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
14 years of my life. 14 years. I joined in the year 2000 before 9/11, and it overlapped that situation. It was a time of peace when I joined, and it, you know.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your service, sir.
No problem.
Anyway, okay. That's pretty cool, dude. Yeah, my friend, his dad was in the army, so he
Who the
was
hell's
like
talking?
running the artillery guns
Nice.
and stuff. Yeah.
I was in an artillery unit at one point. Is he deaf? I'm assuming he is borderline deaf.
Yeah, he is. He is actually.
It is so sad.
Yeah.
They're all deaf because you have to stand there, even with your stupid earplugs, and it's incredibly loud.
Oh yeah. I visited the Naval Academy in Annapolis. Remember that? Yeah, you're an army guy, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do competitive swimming, so I went there for swimming for a couple of weeks, overnight camp. So it was pretty good to see all the, And just went to California where I saw all these like amphibious aircraft, these big carriers and stuff. It was pretty cool to see all that big stuff.
Yeah. Yep. There's a infinite amount of money, and it's all make believe. Whatever people think, there's so much money involved in the military, and every unit in the army or military in general has a huge budget, and you just buy a bunch of laptops and all kinds of garbage, and anything that really matters is worth a ton of money. Every single cable is worth like $150,000 for just everything is worth so much money. Every individual missile, it doesn't really matter. Money's make-believe. But the Army is really just about apocalypse readiness. It's sort of like this is the best game that an Army veteran person could play because it's all about acting like it's the end of the world and you're taking over some stuff and you're setting up civilization. It's really about setting up civilization. The Navy does Navy stuff. Air Force does, oversight, control, and respond to things. Navy does that, but the Army is really just about the infrastructure, establishing a wall, perimeter, all kinds of weird garbage, and where do you sleep? Where do you use the bathroom? Where do you eat? All those weird things, and the personnel, and communications, and the roads, and everything. So it's pretty cool coming to a game, and it's basically the same thing, which is why I do the workshops so much.
It's cool, dude. Yeah, I just got into Fallout here. I've only got a couple weeks in, so I'm level 32, but I'm liking it a lot. It's a good game.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying it.
People get ruined quickly, like I mentioned. They get ruined really quickly if you go the wrong route because you really wanted to hit level 45 or 50 to get some better gear.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
You screw up your story. You just rush it, right?
Yes. And it's just a thing. You end up appreciating everything if you suffer on the way there. And over time you learn, with this game especially, that everything is pretty effective. It doesn't need to be legendary. And in fact, the legendary effect... So, the way I see it now, the legendary effect lets you not have to use as many perks to do as much damage. So it frees up your perks. So if you have a super duper awesome weapon, you don't need a million perks to make it stronger. You just need to kill the thing. So you don't need to do all kinds of overkill. You can move your points around and have more fun with utility and so forth.
Yeah, I just got the starch jeans perks like jumped
Yes.
pretty high from that marsupial potion. I've been waiting to get that.
So you have Starsting's level 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah,
if you
so
want any mutation, I'll make it for you.
Oh really?
Yeah, I have all the recipes and everything.
That's sick. Can I? Do you have a camp that is it like a good one or is it like a good one? Like what type of stuff do you have there? Do you have like all the mods and stuff? You know, everything like game unlocked and stuff.
I have everything. Yeah, like everything that you could purchase from the vendors.
Yeah.
And most of the quest stuff. I'm still lacking, let's say, the mods for the Bear Claw, because that's kind of rare from the project. I had the Bear Claw. Stuff like that, like those little tiny little things I'm still lacking on. And I'm still trying to build my full T65 set. And I have a couple other, which is the power armor available only through the gold vendor.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I've seen people really trying to grind that out. Yeah. I'm trying to get the, what do you think about the Ultra Sight set? You think it's good?
Yeah, the Ultra Sight, and so you got like T51, Ultra Sight, and Prototype. T51, I believe, has slightly the highest ballistic off the top of my head.
Yeah, I have full T51. Yeah, so I like it a lot.
Ultra Sight has comparable, like very, very close to the same ballistic, but it has much higher energy and radiation, so it's kind of better, sort of. T51 is available through random happenstance, or by, I guess, whatever.
It didn't take that long, but, you know, I just had to keep going to the spawn locations, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that bad. The X01, the prototype armor, that is just like the Ultra Sight, but it has higher energy and radiation, whereas the Ultra Sight has higher.
Pretty tanky, to be honest. Pretty like. I like the look of it. I also like the excavator. It looks pretty cool. I think that's really pretty cool.
You know about what that does, right? The excavator.
Yeah, the excavator.
Like the whole point of it is to harvest ore, because you get times whatever. Yeah. Yep.
You've been playing the game since beta or what?
Since the game released after beta.
Oh, okay.
From day one. I don't. I try to not stream games during beta, even though I'm sort of doing that right now with that Grounded game that just came out. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I got Grounded. Yeah, I got Grounded.
Yeah, I'm playing that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
the graphics. It reminds me of The Forest.
Yeah, I played The Forest too, man. Oh, that was good. Yeah, I finished that with some of my friends. It was a really good game. It was kind of weird, but it was kind of good. I liked it. Like some of those creatures, though, man, they're like really weird.
Yeah. Whenever people really figure out how to play this game and what the game is really about, and whenever they balance out certain aspects and maybe get rid of all the legendaries, all the legacy items, and a couple things like that, and whenever the Fallout show comes on TV, and then maybe whenever the game becomes cross-platform, this one here, it'll get really popular.
Oh yeah. Wait, when is it? You know what it is?
Never. But if it does. I think it'll become cross-platform whenever the game goes to the cloud. Like whenever it becomes a cloud-based, and that'll be the solution, I think.
Because it affect PvP, I feel like that's why. But then again, like PvP is not a massive aspect of this game, so I mean, I guess like there's certain glitches you can do on PC that you can, and it just like ruin the economy, I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure like the console economy is like much more balanced than PC, because PC just has so many more glitches and like softwares and like clients you can download and just like spoof.
Yeah, there's more third-party garbage. I guess you on PC, I guess you could import Fallout 4 assets and do all kinds of weird garbage, like mix guns together, but you can't do that on console. I think console's still pretty wretched in terms of duping. Isn't duping still on console and everything, or is that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's for sure. I've seen a lot of stuff.
And I think scumbaggery is more common. I think also on consoles. There's something about the console world. Like people are more often apt to have more than one account profile or something. I don't know. It's like it's just a more of a scumbaggery existence. It's a younger age demographic, and there's people, and people talk smack through the Xbox chat, you know, after you kill somebody. But you can't do that here. But it's very common to do it over there, and you chat through the hey buddy, and what do you want to trade and everything. So trading and everything.
Yeah, but yeah, I actually have an Xbox, and that's why I originally bought Fallout when it released in 2018. It was like Christmas of 2018, right?
Something.
I got it for Xbox, and I was a little young. I didn't really understand how the game worked, and like how to, you know, get basic like resources like water, food, all that stuff. So I didn't really enjoy it, but I just restarted it since it came out for Game Pass. I got it on PC, Windows. You know, so it's been really fun so far. I'm progressing pretty good, like at a good pace, you know.
Yes, I found that people can ruin their entire experience if they trade right away, and if they try to power level right away. And it's good that I caught you when I did, because people can go the wrong route right away, and they're doomed. Like once you go a certain depth in there, you might as well just never. You kind of ruin the game for yourself, sort of, because now everything's out of context. You have this eternal quest log full of garbage because you've been hopping around the map out of context and things. You know, it's just. So for me, I have all kinds of rules. I don't trade, like you saw, which makes it harder to get what I need. Yeah, it makes it much harder to get what I need. So, if I could. Imagine you weren't able to get the 5mm from people. You'd have to be forced to go make your own gunpowder or farm your own gunpowder.
Yes, true, but at the same time, you know, like, you also got something that maybe other people weren't able to get, and that's why you're trading something that each of this person can get. Like, for example, I can get the 5mm, but you obviously have a crap ton of stuff. But if I was trading with a guy, he maybe wouldn't have a certain item that I had. Fair trade, right?
Yes, and this is true, but this results in never ever having to farm for anything, because you could assume that somebody out there will always have what you need. If you walk in front of 20 people and say, hey, does anybody here have an extra piece of unyielding right leg? Anybody? I'll give you anything. They're going to give it to you in like one day. If you ask a Fallout forum online, say, does anybody have an unyielding chest piece? I'll give you anything for it. You'll get responded in like 10 minutes, and there it goes. If you never did that, it'll take you 3 weeks of suffering. 3 whole weeks of suffering. And suffering is good.
Do you have a Secret Service armor?
Yes.
Dang, dude. You maxed the game out, eh? Oh, you actually have you like fully got like. Are you still working on it?
I'm still working on the T65 chest and head and the mods for them. But then beyond that, it's just refining what I currently have. Got the Gauss shotgun and all that nonsense. I spent most of my gold during the process on all those other weird little things that are pretty important. Like the turbo fertilizer grenade machine, the farmable tiles, and a bunch of other nonsense.
I've seen some shotgun builds that seem pretty insane.
Yes.
Like, especially the Gauss, whatever the shotgun's name is, I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
Yes. The Gauss shotgun's amazing. Right before this current build I'm currently using, whatever you want to say, this has only been going on for like a week or so, because I hit rank 100 about a handful of years ago, fair and square. So that really killed my gameplay, because now there's no more daily challenges or weekly challenges I can benefit from. Before I was getting.
You got tier 1, right?
Yes, I didn't pay it. I didn't pay the atoms or anything, fair and square.
I like how they did it free. I like how they did. I'm at like tier 20, I think, almost. Yeah. So I'm getting there.
And once you're done, you get no more rewards. It sucks. Before you got atoms, but once I did that, I changed my build over. Before I was very balanced. I was using the Gauss shotgun, the Gauss minigun, a fire bow, and my Mole Miner Gauntlet, and never really using power armor unless I was going to get some ore. Using my full unyielding set and rocking the Casbar with a jetpack and everything. But then I brought myself over to the power armor world, mainly because I don't like power armor. So I have to do things I don't like for growth.
Yeah.
And Power armor is really about amplifying your heavy weapons because of the stabilized perk under intelligence, which gives you armor penetration and accuracy. So if you really want to have an amazing Gauss minigun build, then you have to be in power armor for that little bit extra. A little bit extra.
I just got this what's it called? It's called a Gatling gun. It's like the OG one. I like how it like cranks it up, you know, and spins around. That's why I like it. And it was just a random build this, you know, at the Mothman Museum place. He had it, so I just got it and I just crafted it. So like 700 bullets, dude. That's a lot. Do you know a good way for farming lead, gunpowder?
Yes. Well, lead, of course, would be the Lucky Hole mine if you've heard of it. You heard about the Lucky?
What's a recommended level to be there? Because I don't really just want to screw myself over.
Well, have you heard of the Lucky Hole mine?
Yes, I have. I have heard of it. I've never been there.
Well, it's relatively easy. It just has a couple Mothman cultists inside, and they're kind of spread out, and it's just a linear thing. You have to go there, and you get a ton, 1 ton of lead. A ton.
Really?
You end up with over 1,000 lead.
What do you mean you talk over 1,000?
Over 1,000. Yes.
And I've seen guys who they don't need gun. Do you always need gunpowder to craft ammo?
Well, for most ammo, like my current ammo, I don't need gunpowder. Like for the 2mm cartridges for the Gauss minigun and Gauss shotgun and Gauss rifle, they all take the same ammo, 2mm. It's just lead and steel, which is awesome.
That's why you kind of like emphasize like gun, right? Because you take less mass, like gunpowder. So how do you get? What's a great way to get gunpowder though? Like,
well, gunpowder is dropped off of mutants quite regularly. So if you find a bunch of spots with mutants, you'll find a bunch of gunpowder. There's that, or you can make it. You craft gunpowder at a chemistry workbench with cloth and acid. Cloth can be found.
I have a ton of acid.
Well, you know, the cloth can be found all throughout the Tyler County Dirt Track, Fairgrounds, and the Camden Park area, amongst other spots. But if you go to Camden Park or Tyler County Fairgrounds, if you know where those spots are.
Yeah, I know where a couple. I know where one of those is.
Camden Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, Camden Park has a bunch of cups and trays everywhere. Most of that is cloth. The stack of cups is plastic. The cup with straw and lid is plastic. But everything else is cloth, and it's everywhere. And then
I've seen guys who they have these like you have one here. You have a concrete one, and it produces yeah, you have a concrete extractor. How do you get that?
Where you at?
I'm at your base.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm heading there right now. Well,
okay, cool.
You have spots around the map that you could take over.
Yeah, it's like an extractor. Did you get a plan for that?
Well,
or
you automatically get the plan. You don't even need the plan. If you build your camp at a location that has a resource node already there, you could build a resource extractor on that node. So I built my camp here because they're just... So I'll show it to you right here if you want.
Yeah, that thing right there.
Boom. It looks like that. So if you ever see this out there in the wild, this is what a concrete...
I have.
Yeah, that means that if you move your camp there, you could build your extractor on top.
You seem to be at, like, what are they called? They seem to be at, like, I found one at, like a... Oh, it was by, where was it? Oh, yeah, it was here. It was by, AVR Medical Center, and it was, like, yeah, the Charleston landfill, right? That...
Yep.
That had a couple of those holes, but how do you just find when that was open? Like...
Okay, well, Charleston Landfill is a workshop, so workshops all have resource nodes, right? And
can you put your camp in the workshop?
No, but you could use blueprinted things. So, for example, this building, this right here is a blueprint. That's a blueprint. That's a blueprint, and that's a blueprint. The deck on the front is something separate, but these are all blueprints, so I could just rebuild. And I do. If you go to some of these workshops, you'll see some of them built up, especially that garage back there. But you blueprint a bunch of objects together as one thing, and you label it, and you go slap. But, so workshops have resource nodes. If you open your map right now, and you mouse over any workshop, right? Let's say... Go ahead and mouse over a workshop. I don't know which one you want to look at. Which one are you looking at?
Okay. I'm looking at the, I wonder... Where is it? Oh, dang, I just lost track. What one are you looking at?
Oh, the Charleston landfill?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so mouse over the Charleston landfill. You'll see that
Yeah,
there's currently
it
an
shows all the
event.
materials.
Yeah, it says food 6, water 8. Ignore that for a second, but it says junk 3, copper 1, steel 1, aluminum 1. That means that there's 3 junk nodes, 1 copper node, 1 steel node, 1 aluminum node. So if you go there, you should see I don't think I have them built right now, but ideally a bunch of these extractors, each of them with 10 power each. So to get that thing fully operational, you need to have 30, 40, 50, 60 power, you know?
Yeah. But, like, does it stop after you leave the game in the session, or how does it work?
Well, if I leave the game and I have a workshop conquered, that workshop is still conquered, but not by me anymore. The stuff doesn't disappear, it stays. If I leave, my camp disappears, but the workshop stay, but they lose possession, so somebody else can take it over, and they have to pay more
caps. But you still
caps.
have the stuff, like, plugged in.
Yeah, but it's not mine. Just imagine this. Imagine you go up to Walmart and you start building stuff in their parking lot, knowing that it's not yours anymore. You're building it for people. Like you're building a playground in front of Walmart, and it's not yours anymore. The second you put the thing on the ground, it's no longer yours. It's just you happen to own it while you're logged on, and then you leave. Yeah. And these,
I have a,
go ahead.
What are you saying?
The resource nodes fill at a certain limit. The concrete fills at 40. The lead fills at 14. The oil fills at 5. So people think that the resource nodes don't give you that much. So if you ask anybody, they'll say they don't give you that much resources, and it's stupid. You can get more resources by going to places X, Y, Z and get a bunch, or all you gotta do is just trade, all you gotta do is just dupe. Whatever they gotta say, they're not seeing the big picture. The reason why it has a limit is so that you're encouraged to leave it unlocked, because you could lock it. You could lock these machines, people can get a bounty if they pick it. If this thing never hit a limit, and if it kept on filling up to the point where if I came back in 3 hours and it says 500 concrete, don't you think I would never leave it unlocked? But if it fills up at a much lower number, then why would I ever lock it? Am I afraid that some random human's going to come through in the last half an hour and clean it out? No, it takes about half an hour to fill up. Same thing for all the workshops, so you're encouraged to do a big sweep through over and over and over again with free fast travel to your workshops to get your resource is.
But you have to stay online.
Well, if you plan on playing, well, yeah, if you already plan on playing the game for 8 hours and you don't plan on server hopping, that's what you're supposed to do.
That's a lot of mats, though.
To
if
obtain.
You just keep jumping every 30.
Yeah, well, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, because
so
the
is that
respawn
how you got
time.
all your stuff?
Sort of. That's what most of my gameplay is, because remember, these are equally spread across the map, right? And there's things to do across the map at all times. Sort of, there's an event here or there. Public events have free fast travel, but the Enclave events don't. And there's farming spots like West Tech, the Burrows. There's certain, in White Spring, there's certain hot spots that a person like me needs to go to all the time to get a ton of XP and a ton of legendaries. Like the Burrows, right beneath Harper's Ferry. It's the highest density farming area, but it has a half an hour cooldown timer. So a person could just go there and then server hop and do it again, do it again, do it again, which is what people do. Or you could find something to do while your hotspots are respawning. Many people just do only a couple things. They'll do the queen, or they'll fight people when they're bored. They'll say, hey buddy, fight me. Hey, fight me. Come on, fight me. You don't want to fight me? Okay, all right, I see how it is. Of course you're not going to fight me. It's stupid. And they make fun of you. And it's dumb because they're bored and they don't know what to do. But workshops give you a steady thing to do. And every time I come back through, I build a bit more and a bit more and a bit more. To the point where all my workshops should look like crazy camps. It should look like a really dense camp, ideally.
And then you just like stay on for like 8 hours or so, right?
Yeah.
And you just have something to do, right? Always have something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you help me out though real quickly? Since I don't want to trade with you, but I need help getting a plan. Can you help me with the mission to get it? Because it's kind of complicated.
What plan?
I don't.
What mission?
It's called the fusion generator that produces like 100.
that thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you help me get that? You have to go to like an event, or you have to go powering up the side and fix the whole thing. Do you know the locations and stuff?
Yep.
I don't have a hacking.
I'm an expert.
Yet. I didn't
I'm an expert.
Okay, can you
I'm an expert at powering up power plants. Yep.
All right, bet. You down to do it?
Yep. You could also get, you can get that plant from other spots though, you know.
Really?
Just so you know,
How?
I can give it to you. I can get it for you somehow. Oh, I think Graham sells it. A couple vendors sell it. I said, oh, look, it's sold. I think the Enclave sells it. Here, I'll do you a favor, and I'll be right back, and I'll give it to you.
Oh, really? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I have like 3,000 caps, so I can like pay you back.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the Enclave, the Endgame faction, sells it, but beyond that, you have to do the Power Up Poseidon events, and it's not. Oh, you have to do. There are 3 power plants. You have to get them online, and you're not guaranteed it. It rotates through the different power generators. You get like the windmill.
Yeah, you have an hour to do it though, right? I mean, I'm just.
Yeah, it's easy.
I didn't know that. Okay, so.
Well, it's not easy, but I will show you how to do it. But I have to get some coffee right now, so I have to step away from my flim flam for about 2 minutes, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Every 2 hours, I take a 2-minute break. Is what I do on the live stream. Otherwise, I'll get deep vein thrombosis and die. And then I'll take you through the power plants and I'll explain how to do them. Because they really are a complicated sort of semi-raid. It gives you an hour, but you should be able to do it within 7 minutes or so. I don't do a full repair. Yes. I always focus on doing the speed run, not the full completion. The full completion gives you a bit more at the end, but
if you want like,
it's a huge difference in time.
What's so beneficial from like speedrunning compared to like what do you get out of it that's so good?
Well, at the very end, it gives you you probably get more caps at the end for doing a full completion. And you probably get maybe some more plans of some. It probably gives you the plans that you want a little bit faster, and it probably keeps the power plant online longer. The way it works is the power plant shuts down, you bring it back online, and then it shuts back down. But I think the time is based upon how repaired it is, and because I think enemies physically are shooting each of the pipes and everything.
Okay. What gun is that, by the way? I've seen this guy with a really rare gun.
This gun?
He told me he got it from Max Cap or something.
This gun?
Yeah. What is that one though?
Well, anybody that talks about getting guns for max caps, they're filthy cheaters, and you should never ever use.
Is that Cap?
Well.
Yo, aren't you blowing through ammo, or do you have like a ton of that stuff?
I'm rich. I'm rich. Whenever I make ammo, I make
that for days. I like this.
Yep.
It may be a little slow, but I'm good.
You can shoot it for days. So the cool thing about this weapon is it's both energy and explosive.
It has
a super high ammo capacity, and it's incredibly accurate. Look how accurate this darn thing is. And I'm not even in power armor. I'm still firing for days. Firing for days. There's a death claw over here if you want to kill him. I'll just hold it up.
Jetpack, wait, what model of jetpack is that? What do you think that?
This is the jetpack that only go. Here's a death claw. Watch out, he's coming. I'll let you fight him.
It's in level 91.
You got him. Tag him. Run!
Oh my god.
Shoot him.
He's level 91. Okay, I'm tagging him. My god, he mowed him down in like 2 seconds.
That's how it works. Covered in blood now.
Oh, black powder rifle, is that rare? Well, I got the black powder pistol.
Well, the black powder pistol fires incredibly slow.
But it does good damage.
It does insane damage. So the way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to have it on your Hot Wheel and have it preloaded, right? So
yeah, that's what I do. I have
you swap over to it.
I also I also made the suppressed automatic handmade. I'm trying to go for kind of like a stealthy build, so I have like my chameleon set here, and then I got this thing.
Nice.
What's
I'll show you the shotgun really quick.
Is there a perk that lets you repair guns, and when you repair guns, it gives you more durability. I've seen like I have the armor perk, but is
Weapon
there a gun
artisan.
that does that?
Weapon artisan under.
What level? What level?
I don't know what level it's obtained at, but it goes up to 3 stars. It's weapon artisan under intelligence, and you repair your weapons up to 200%. But here's what the Gauss shotgun looks like. It's great. It's like the best thing ever. It's like one of the best weapons in the entire darn game. Let me put on Skeet Shooter first. It's an important perk to have with it.
How many perks do you have? Do you have every card in the whole entire game?
I'm sure. And you have to have level 1, 2, 3. So here it is.
Wow, dude, that's insane.
And it's very accurate. It has a short scope on it. And if I were to use VATS on somebody, it's like, it's...
Oh, you might cut out a little bit, man.
Sorry. If I use VATS on somebody, it's so darn precise. It looks like a rifle, because the entire shot group will hit that limb.
It's a shotgun.
Yeah, it's a shotgun. So the shot group is pretty tight.
Yeah, I just got Junkie's suppressed automatic assault rifle. I got it. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good deal. I bought it from a vending machine though. Man. What do you think? Do you think it's like okay to buy it from a vending machine? Like if you have the caps.
It's okay, but don't go for legacy items. If the item looks too good,
what the hell those are.
just know that if there is a weapon that does energy and explosive damage together, it's not meant to exist unless it's
have all
unless it's this or the Gauss shotgun. Unless the Gauss shotgun or Gauss minigun, everything else is
so
not legit.
Do you have any like what's the rarest thing you have like that hardly anyone has?
Well, you know, it's really about certain things are hard to come by. For example, this thing here. So what does rarity even mean? Because things aren't all that rare, given time. If something is rare because no one knows where to get it, well, the second you know where to get it, it's no longer rare. You get a million of it, right? Certain things are rare. Like this is really rare because you have to be allied with the raiders. You know?
You have to have max rank.
Yes, max, and then this is max for settlers.
How long? Wait, how'd you get the Can you come here? How'd you get the not here. It's the Armco container.
Oh, that's from the Raiders.
Oh gosh, is that max Raider rank?
Yeah, and the turbo fertilizer grenade machine is also max for settlers. It's the best thing ever.
So how long did it take to get max Raider?
It's just a very, 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 very long time, and that's hardcore, insane farming by doing the daily and going around the map. All over the map, there's groups of humans, settlers or raiders, that you have to go defend. It's not even a quest. It's like you find them, they'll say, "Can't talk now, these mutants will rip your arms off." "Oh no, here they come." You go kill the mutants, you go talk to them again, and you spam them, talk, and they eventually say, "Oh, thank you very much, I'll let so-and-so know, bye," and then it goes
And then
up.
how many of those do you have to do?
1 million, because more than that, I don't know, it's a lot, because it gives you the width of a hair, maybe half of a width of a hair on your bar. If you look at the bar, like the bar glows for a second and doesn't even move, you know. So after the whole day of farming, you might have a centimeter, or you could see it move. Oh look, I saw it move. So that plus the daily, you get, if you look at the icon right now for reputation, if you hit Control Tab and you look at the icon, you see how wide their ear is, or something?
Yeah.
Or how the width of their hand on the hammer for settlers. That's how far it goes in a full day of farming hardcore.
Gosh,
but it goes, you know, from friendly to neighborly to whatever. It goes many ranks up.
I'm at cautious right now.
Yeah.
I'm only at cautious.
Takes forever.
So I'm at like second to last rank, I think. So at least they're not killing me.
You got cautious, yeah. So it's going to take you, you know, of just playing. It's going to take you months and months. So maybe like 4 months.
I don't have that time though.
You got your whole life in front of you.
Yeah.
And this is a long-term game. So, and because this weapon here is not tradable, You know, that's the whole thing. Other weapons are tradable, so a person can feel.
So you can't even drop that weapon?
You can't drop it, you can't trade it, you can't sell it, and because of that, that's rare.
That because you don't like trading.
Yeah, so that makes it rare. Because nobody has it unless you work for it.
I would consider rare item being an item that you have to either play a lot or work a lot for. Because, like, yeah, certain items, like you said, certain items that you've never found before, or like no one knows where it is, and then the second they find it, everyone gets it right away.
Like, I guess another version of quote unquote rare would be a really awesome version of a weapon. Like, let's see here, this thing right here, this weapon.
Oh, I have that. I have the mole miner thing, but it's a yellow one.
Yeah, this is just a skin on it, but this right here is a bloodied, extra fast, reduced weight. You know, so if you get like a bunch of nice stats, like if it feels like bloodied, extra fast, +1 strength is also a very nice weapon. So if that right there was, you know, instigating extra fast, +1 strength, that'll be rare, quote unquote, because you have to get lucky enough to get all the right stats you want, and that's just through time.
It's an exterminator's one.
Yeah.
So it reflects 50% of melee damage back while blocking. Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, is exterminators?
It says the exterminator's super sludge.
Yeah.
I got it from Legendary guy.
It's a 2-star?
Wait, yeah, it's a 3-star.
3-star? So what are the other stars? Because the exterminator thing is kills bugs and mirelurks.
Yeah, so it's that, and it just says reflects 50% of melee damage while blocking. That's all it says.
It's a 3-star?
Yeah, it's 3-star though.
Well, you're not reading off some of them stars. Because each of those, the reflect thing is just one of those stars.
Yeah. Okay. So there's definitely more. Do I have to inspect it or something?
Yeah. If you inspect it, it might show you.
Oh, there we go.
It only shows you like the title.
Yeah. Okay. 90% reduced weight and 30.
There you go.
Plus 30% damage.
Yeah. The reduced weight is nice for 200 weapons because they weigh a lot. If you're really cutting corners, you know. Yeah. So it's just about grinding for it. It's not tradable. I think people have found a way to trade these Gauss weapons, which makes them nasty. But just remember, if a person is able to get quote-unquote the best item in the game for their build, if they are convinced by looking up online, by looking up some build, and they're told that you need a 2-shot explosive blah 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 weapon, and you go for that weapon, and now you're done with that build.
Did they not?
Well, I'm just making it up. Just making up some example. But you know, if someone goes for something and they're convinced that that's the best, they could put their character up on the shelf and say, well, let's go make another character now. And they make another one and another one. And these characters they consider are
he had like a
done.
crap ton of, he had like his secondary is like level 300 or something. And yeah. This is my only account though. This is my first like ever account that's on, you know, actually serious that I know what I'm doing.
Well, I just mean it's a bad thing if you hit a wall of progression with a weapon or armor, so you almost don't want to be too powerful too soon because it really does destroy your joy. The second you get the thing that you want, if there was the best sword in the world, the second you lay your hands on the sword, your heart melts and deflates, all the blood enters.
How do you keep enjoying the game?
I keep shifting my build around, sort of. And I keep sort of experimenting, and I like to live in a state of hardship of some degree. I like running out of money, I like running out of resources, so that's why I build a lot. So it gives me reason to farm more things. So every so often I like to have builds that involve eating, which gives me a whole series of gameplays because I have to go farm the food. So, and then I'm really trying to master this game of taking over the whole map. So that's the game. Just imagine playing Risk or Civilization or any game involving a board game and a map and the whole world in pieces, and you're taking over the whole world, you know, that sort of thing. Once you beat the game, you play it again because it's not really a beatable thing, but some people think that this game is a beatable game where you could become the best. There is no real best because I don't think it's beatable because the storyline is still continuing. You know, the timeline is Brotherhood of Steel are coming back next month or something.
Yeah,
You know,
so I say, isn't the OG storyline like the one that released the game? Is that about the Scorched Plague, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm on. At least that's what I'm on right now. I'm on the yeah, I'm just on Scorched Plague. Anyway, I'm just curious, how many of each material do you have? Like scraps and like, do you have like 1,000,000 or something?
Not
or
a
like
million. Every so often I don't farm as much. Well, you know, I have a lot of certain things. At one point I had over 100,000 steel, but it's been reducing down quite a bit recently. Because I've had
what have you been doing with it?
Sometimes, I spend a lot. Sometimes I don't use scrapper. Sometimes I don't farm. Sometimes I do farm.
Yeah.
But I have 34,000 steel right now, 44,000 lead, you know, 19,000 asbestos, 26,000 cloth. But some things I have very little of because I make an entire stack. So if I get like a bunch of steel and a bunch of lead...
What do you consider like little?
Like nothing?
Literally like 0?
Sort
or
of.
Like 1,000?
Sure. Like, well, for example, if I have lead, I use all of it until it's gone. You know? I'll use all of it until it's all gone, and that uses a bunch of steel. Like, every time I make the ammo... So, I never directly farm the steel, I just have it from killing all the bad guys.
Yeah.
And if I make, let's say, 10,000 or 8,000 2mm that uses a bunch of lead, I'm also using a bunch of steel in the process that I have to then refill over time.
I hear it's a real trip.
Yeah, can you walk me through the can you help me get the fusion core? I don't know if I have time to do the nuclear plant because it's kind of getting late for me.
Well,
so,
I'll help you in just a second. I'll help you because I haven't done my little break yet. I have to
sorry, man.
step away for 2 minutes.
Here. I'll leave you.
Yes. And then I will quickly run you through one of the power plants. It'll take about 8 minutes, really. It'll take about 8 minutes. Because not an hour. It's speed run. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey there. Okay. I have returned.
Alright, bro.
Alright.
Snooze in your bed.
Alright, there's another player over there at Poseidon, so I don't want to go there. I'm going to Mananga Power Plant.
Is there still like a place we are possibly able to get the fusion generator plant?
Yeah, I'll be getting that for you. We might be able to get it by happenstance, but
okay, that'd be nice.
Here, I'll just get it for you really quick. This will take about 2 minutes. I'm gonna meet you over there at Mananga Power Plant. I'm stopping by the Enclave along.
Can you show me where that is? I don't know where that is. I may have not. Can you fast travel?
Sure.
Just show me because I might not explore it yet.
Sure. I'm going to a secret facility first that you're not allowed access in. It's the endgame faction of the Enclave. They sell some stuff down there. I'm just going to check and see if they sell the fusion core generator plan.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was loading. Yeah, I was saying that I'm stopping by a super secret place first to see if they have a copy of the fusion generator plan. But
is that like a vendor or something?
Yeah, it's the Enclave. It's underground and everything. I don't think you have access down here.
Are you in Watoga or something?
I'm in White Spring.
Oh.
You can see me on the map.
Oh, is White Spring? Oh yeah, was that the place where it's like it's like super like the grass is super green or something? No?
Yeah, it's a very, very, very popular farming area because it's full of ghouls, and it's actually a shopping mall.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Yep. If you've never been inside the main building,
can I see?
You can't see where I am right now. It's a secret place, but you can see the other part of the building.
I can see where you are.
Yeah, I'm underground.
I'm not screaming. How silly.
But the main building is a pretty cool place to go to, because it's full of supplies.
Cool.
And plans. Okay, I'm checking this
Actually,
other.
I feel like caps are pretty easy to farm. They don't seem that hard. I already have like 3,000 of them. How many caps do you got? 100,000?
No. There's a limit of 30,000. Well, there's a limit of 30,000, right? So you have to keep spending them. Otherwise, once you hit that limit, you don't get any more. The vendors give you 1,400 per day.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Okay,
how many in
I'm buying
total, like, overall you spent? Like, you know, how many in total?
Uncountable. I'm buying the plan for you now.
Okay, because I'm actually gonna need to go now. So can I add you in case you need to top there? You seem like a pretty smart player.
Where'd you go? I'm gonna teleport to you. I'm gonna give this plan to you right now. Where are you at? Where are you?
I'm at your base still.
Okay, I'm going back to you right now. I'll give you the plan for free.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Say what? No way. Yeah. Oh, Connie, see, I try to pick up all things, but sometimes with like the power armor build, I'm very tight with my carry weight, so I have to let some stuff go.
Let it all go.
But usually I try to pick up everything. Alright, here I am. Giving you the plan. It didn't cost you much. I'll put it right over here. Just gonna drop it on the ground. Let fate take care of it.
As crazy as it is here, it's better than where I've been.
There it is. Yeah. Remember, I'm live, and I'm live every day, 8 to, let's say, 16 hours per day, depending. I'm Gooboberti on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. All of my gameplay has been broadcasted live, 4.5 thousand hours, and I really probably am the highest level legit player you'll ever meet or ever hear of in the world. And I'm honest and legit. So come on down. If you're about to leave, you could check me out as you pass out like people do. They have it playing, and then they ask questions, and I ask them. Yes. But I still have a bunch of hours left in this stream here, so I have a lot to take care of. Yes. I'm carrying on with my deeds. If you're talking, I can't hear you. Alright. Well, that ate up a little chunk, didn't it? And now it's time to rock the Casbah. Look at that. See, I like when people ask questions. I know that as I answer those questions, it's answering other people's questions that they haven't even asked yet. You know what I mean? It helps everybody out. Yeah. Hey there, Gino. Hey, if y'all want to find people to play with, you're more than welcome to post something in the Gooboberti Collective Facebook group and say, "Hi there, this is my username on PlayStation. I'm more than happy to play with you. We could play the Gooboberti way. Come on." You can make a posting and look for other people. I'm sure you'll find at least 3 people. Because there's a bunch of people in the Gooboberti Collective Facebook group that aren't necessarily watching right now, but they'll see that post later on. You see? Same thing for you Xbox folks as well. Better yet, you know, maybe you could do that, and then maybe later on I'll make an official post where you could put down your information if you want to and find one another. You know. We got our sugar bombs. Oh boy. One more left. Alrighty. Alright, let's go retake these workshops. One by one. With a boom, doom, 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 yeah. With a boom, 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 boom. There we go. Hey, buddy. No problem. Yeah, I'm live all the time. You're watching on Twitch, but like I said, I'm live on Facebook and YouTube right now. Know what I mean? I got some eye tracking. All kinds of crazy old eye tracking. Yep. Retaking and moving. It's what I do. From point to point to point to point. Yeah. Whenever I come back, I build a bit more. This workshop here, I have a few more things built up. I'm back in my power armor. I got my trees. See these blueprints here? Pretty good, pretty good. I got this situation. Got the water all set up. Got a couple walls. I have my resources already. Got some crops in this prop wall. This wall here is made of the farmable tiles. Yep. I'll do a loop around. We have lead down here. It only fills up at 14, so it really is important to loop around as much as possible. Know what I mean? Got a bunch of wood like I need wood, right? Like I need wood, right? Hey there, Kevin. How's it going, y'all? Oh, yeah. Here we go. We get some resources at the workshop. Is what we do. Yeah. Look, it's a tree. It's a pretty little tree with some stuff in it. It's nice to have some stuff in a tree. We're done here. We can move on. Again and again. So right now, I'll be taking over the Thunder Mountain power plant right about now. Better yet, after talking to Boomer at the Southern Bell Motel, perhaps Boomer has a mission for me to head down to the Crevasse Dam to kill some mutants and pull some bombs from the wall. Okay. This is the endgame gameplay where you're free to do what you want to do. All these spots are all secret and weird.
Greetings, able-bodied citizen. Under Law Enforcement Code D-4793, you are now a deputy of the Berkeley Springs Police Department, running diagnostics. Now, information will be uploaded.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck.
5555543.
Diagnostics.
Here we go.
Malfunction.
Let's go run down the road and do our thing. It'll be fun. The enemies max out at level 62, by the way. But they're still rough, you know. The chemical plant is right ahead. Sometimes I feel like just running. It's so boring, you just played it. Well, Bouncy, this game can be considered boring, yes. And it's not for everyone, no. But it really is, it's as boring as you make it. Because it's sort of like the best zombie game. Because it's not just zombies. Like, that's a zombie. With really good AI. And it's a maniac. It's a maniac. But it's not just zombies, you have crazy death robots. And it's awesome. But it takes a while to get to, you know, the fun stuff. And the progressive path is very long. You know, but it's not for everybody. But if you enjoy long-term progression, this is a pretty good game. It's quite rewarding. Okay. Get the bum. Gotta get the bum. Gotta get those bums. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's boring. Yes, Bouncy, I'm actually glad that you came here right now because this is a particularly interesting thing to look at. I'm flying around with a jetpack, shooting things with a explosive laser or explosive energy, GatlingGun.com with a minigun variety. But yes, you should keep playing. It really is a long-term sort of game. Like right now, I'm on a little thing to go get these little bombs. It's like a daily, okay? It's really an excuse to have me come here. And here, there's another reason to come here. It's part of the main quest. You have to go figure out some information involving the Free Staters and so forth. And there's a secret facility underground over here. All kinds of stuff like that. You know, but when you're first starting, these guys are really hard. And they'll just nuke you out with their horrible high-caliber ballistic fire. And it's pretty intimidating. But then, later on, you can come, you know, and do this and make it seem quote-unquote easy, but clearly I'm doing something. It's not just the game saying, pressed forward. You know, I had to do all kinds of breakdancing to get over that roof. I was spinning in the air and stuff. People don't appreciate the flim-flam. Okay, right now I'm going to run down. I'm not going to fast travel because we have, you know, a new person sort of watching. Here, just watch for a bit more, okay? Right now, I'm at the end game. I'm showing you what the end game is about. Whenever you're done with the storyline, and you have your stuff, what is the game? The game is just doing some stuff. I'm trying to take over all these workshops across the map, which are also PvP contested zones. There's enemies there, and once I do it, it'll initiate a series of defense events that keep occurring on a cycle over time. But since there's 21 of these things, it allows for all kinds of content across the map. And there's enemies that appear and resources that you could farm. But here, I'm about to fight some mutants along the way. Yeah. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going north now. Yeah, it's going north. No big deal. No big deal. Yes, you should keep on playing Bouncy Motive, and you should keep watching the station from time to time. Because if you're ever frustrated or curious about the point of things, or I'm happy to answer questions in thorough detail. Okay, so I'm about to do this power plant event. I'm going to do the power plant power up event before taking over the workshop. Yeah, so you have a jetpack for power armor and bouncy. You see, this is an example. I'm answering a question, and you have a jetpack for non-power armor, which is actually more effective. You can go really high if you have enough AP, but it's a really hard thing to get. Ah! Also, you see how high I'm jumping? I'm actually jumping really, really high. That's without the jetpack, but that's really high. Because I have a series of mutations, so you're able to have all these really cool mutations. Look, adrenal reaction, bird bones, eagle eyes, egghead, herbivore, herd mentality, marsupial, which makes me jump higher, plague walker, scaly skin, speed demon, talons, twisted muscles. Those are my mutations I always have running on me at all times. Plus, my armor does all kinds of weird stuff if I wanted it to. But it's actually really hard to get. So, to get the jetpack for non-power armor, so that right there is power armor, this right here is non-power armor, but I do still have armor on. You just can't see it because of the cosmetic. If I were to take the cosmetic off, you can see what I'm wearing. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is what my actual armor looks like. This is the Secret Service armor. That's why it kind of matches. But it's the best armor because you have to craft it. But it requires access to a special vault. It's pretty much the Wastelander storyline culmination, is gaining access to a vault where you're able to then purchase certain items with a very expensive commodity, gold, and you get the gold through obtaining legendary notes by doing public events and dailies. You turn in the legendary note. Oh, sorry, the treasury notes. You turn those in for gold, and the stuff is expensive. The mods are expensive. And this jetpack only goes on this chest. So in other words, you can't really get a jetpack unless you're in power armor. But a lower level person could get a jetpack and do it in power armor. So I'm just showing you right here. This is my chest piece, you see? Unyielding jetpack Secret Service chest piece. It's a mod on my chest piece. And this Secret Service armor allows for a jetpack mod. Other armors, like trappers, or leather, or wood, or metal, or scout, different kinds of armor allow for different kinds of mods. In this case, this one allows for jetpack. The jetpack itself, you have to buy the plan for that. It costs a whole lot of gold. It takes a long time, in other words. You only get 200 gold per day, 300 gold once per week, so it took several weeks to get the jetpack and several weeks to get the chest, and then so it takes like a month per item to get. And that's after completing the Wastelander storyline and whatever. Okay? And then to make the jetpack, it requires a bunch of special, expensive resources. Okay? Expensive resources. So, let me show you the armor here. Now I have my power armor here. This is a certain kind of power armor and certain torsos. You see how there's a head, left leg, left arm, right arm, and the torso slot. The torso slot for certain power armor allows for a jetpack. Pretty sure the prototype, the probably the T-51, all the higher level T stuff does. I don't think the Raider does. The Excavator doesn't. So different models let you do it. Some don't. This one does. And you could essentially trade if it's not skinned. You can give somebody or sell a jetpack. And you don't have to go through any sort of requirements to do it. So the easier route is through power armor And yeah, but it takes a long time to get, just like with the mutations. That takes a long time to get the mutations that you want, and I'm not running all of them. I'm running a precise, deliberate few. You get mutations through exposure to radiation at random, you see. And you have to have a perk to maintain your mutations, and another perk to reduce the negative effects of your mutations. So at that point, you're able to be a little more functional. You see how I'm kind of like floating down? And you see how I can kind of wiggle in the air like this? It's because of marsupial and bird bones. It's just one of the many things. And most of your gameplay is going to be very, very frustrating. You know, you won't know what to do. Maybe you'll be confused. Enemies will be really hard. You won't have any ammo, any food, any drink. You'll have diseases, you know, a ton of radiation, and you won't know how to cure anything. And the game doesn't come out and just tell you, and you have to figure it out over time and exposure to people and things, and you read what the stuff says, and over time, you end up at the perfect state. You end up however you want to end up. And there's many different styles of gameplay. Right now I'm playing like this, but you could play full melee and have a really fun time. And just rip them apart and go really fast, jumping around, you know, just it's great. You can go like a shotgun build, a little Tommy gun situation, a sniper rifle. You can go full stealth. You can be invisible the whole time. The whole time. You could be invisible. You could have so much fun. Uh-oh. I don't think this event is currently active. I came in here for the event. Okay, let me,
Thunder Mountain is offline. Any brothers with a background in engineering, report to
okay,
the
we're
plant
done.
for immediate repair.
So I'm gonna go ahead and restart this bad boy. I do minimum. So right now, I am bringing this power plant online, which will provide me with power and my other nearby workshops with power. You know? Ton of power. Power. So I could get some fusion cores up and rolling and some purified water. And it'll just help people out. But the jetpack is nice. Certain weapons make the game really fun. There's like an automatic grenade launcher. That's a really fun weapon to use. There's flamethrowers. There's plasma flamethrowers. There's really interesting looking weapons that do really cool stuff. So right now I'm claiming this workshop. That's why there's a green border right now. I held the V button to do it. You don't have to be at the console. I'm going to build a single building right here next to it. And I'll build this other structure. Perfect. And then we'll go into the main plant and restart this bad boy and get it up and rolling. Yeah. Out of my way. Say what? No way. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This way. Yeah, right now I am entering the reactor core to repair these implant. Well, actually, it's already done, so all I have to do is just restart it. For some reason, everything's already done here, so that's cool. Done. See? Now we have power, everything's fine.
Thunder Mountain is back online.
I could hop on out and do other things.
Online. Repair teams, you are clear to stand
Okay,
down.
check this out. You want some action? I'll give you action. I'm hopping on over to a Fisher site to fight a Scorch Beast, heading up to the Red Rocket Mega Stop to go take that over as well. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh boy. The foggy day. All right, here we go. I sort of miss survival mode. I remember killing somebody right there one time. It's not time for Pumpkin Town. I enjoy wasting my ammo. Oh boy, what you know, what you say? Here we go, every day, yeah. Here we go. Oh yeah. Always gotta check back here for any bad guys. And for a lovely Nuka-Cola, if it's waiting for me. There's some dead bodies up here. They have caps in them from time to time. Or whatever. Well, I should say dead bodies have caps in them from time to time, but those guys don't. More of the jumpsuited fellows. I don't see any enemies. It's a foggy day. Now that's a good picture. I love taking pictures of full and stocked Nuka-Cola machines on a foggy day. That's a good one. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Location specific. Don't you like it? Yep. Mm-hmm. There you go. We are. Oh, Surf, you're trying to go down to the burrows, but it says inaccessible. It just says it sometimes. It's been saying that off and on for me for a very long time now. It just says inaccessible. I don't know why it does that. It's not like they're doing anything in there. It's kind of weird. I don't think it says it for me right now. Maybe they're fixing something. I'll check and see if it's accessible for me, if it's just you for now. If it's just you, maybe server hopping might fix that. Boom. Yeah. Building stuff. Oh, come on. This is the critical time frame, people. People get frustrated real quick. You can use these workbenches if you want to. Yeah. Come on. Gotta hurry up. I'm just standing in it the whole time. Just standing in it the whole time. Fine, I'll do the normal thing. I was trying to get fancy, but I can't right now. I'll do the normal thing.
I just love songs, don't you?
You don't want to be floating. There we go. And there. And there. And then a long line of these all the way up to the truck. Hey, good morning, Sandra. It's go time. Okay, I'll put the turrets over here. Alright. I'm leaving. That person doesn't want to help, so be it. I'll keep on keeping on. So I was playing some of that the other game last night. Grounded. Sort of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It was pretty good graphics. I'll be doing it again. Oh yes, indeed. Oh yeah. All done. That was nice, wasn't it? Wasn't that nice?
Collecting fun is what I do. I find party supplies for you. Hello? Hello?
Hope you're having a merry day. Okay. Okay. These crickets have a ton of acid. Do you know that way? Are you from that place? Ho, ho, ho. Do you know that? Where? Are you from Utah? We have some lead over here. There we go. But you know. Oh, oh. Let's get the oil back up and running. Right now I have to retake all the workshops I took over initially. But I will be playing more of that Grounded game tonight, people. I just started it. so I'm playing it a bit more. You know.
I know where you sleep at night. I wonder what you plan. Tastes like.
Alright, get my oil. Were any of you with me last night when I was doing that stream with the I Shrunk the Kids game? It was a very long stream, actually. I think I was streaming it, I think I streamed it for like 12 hours last night. Well, I think it was 10 hours. Or something. I streamed it for a while last night. Yeah, I think I streamed it for 12 hours, to be honest. I streamed it for 8 hours and then 4 hours. But I hit the end of the... It said, you have hit the end of storyline content. Stay tuned for more. But once you do that, that's when the actual game starts. It's sort of like Fallout 76, you know? It's like saying, okay, guess what? Wastelanders has done. Stay tuned for Shattered Steel. The game isn't over. The game starts once you finish Wastelanders. Sort of. You know what I mean? That's how this one is, because that's right when you start getting your plans, because it unlocks this daily requirement to go back by this lab and talk to this robot to go turn in real science that you got by scanning things and finding it around the map, and you have to find these holotape things that unlock more plans for the robot, and then you go to him and it has 3 daily quests. You know, so that keeps on going, and it has you killing certain things and doing certain things. And right now I'm at the stage where I sort of have to kill a spider, or I have to kill a ladybug. It's pretty rough, but I'm trying to get myself a set of ant armor, you know, sort of thing, and I have myself a club, and I've been building my base, and it seems like you could build anywhere you want, which is pretty cool. It took me a while to unlock the plans to actually build stuff, to unlock like the floor, and then to unlock scaffolding to build on top of the mud. But it's pretty cool. Ants took over my situation and stole food and so forth from my barbecue. I had to kill them. Getting better at, I'm starting to understand what to do and where to go. It's vaguely roguelike, where it lets you die multiple times, and you go back out there to go get your backpack, and you're gonna have multiple backpacks across the map. You also put this a trail marker down that you could then label with your own icon and color. So you can say, hey, look, there's resources here, or there's bad guys over here, or farmable bad guys over there, you know, sort of thing. Or you say, this is my camp. And you could change your respawn point based upon where you sleep at. You could turn any lean-to into a new respawn. So if you die, you'll respawn right away, right where you died at, if you happen to have that be where you... It's cool. And I have to go out there and collect different materials. I'm trying to figure it out. Someone told me that dandelion gives me the stems I needed, and that I didn't need to do something else. I thought I needed a level 2 axe to chop down the weeds. And the weeds would give me the stems, but that's later on. So I'm going around the backyard, or whatever it is. I'm going around the backyard, or whatever it is. It's a backyard. Exploring, finding things, getting new landmarks. Every time I find like some old can of soda or something like that, it's now discovered an old can of soda. I found some clay recently, and it's really about, once you discover something new, you scan it in the computer, and then you learn new plans, and then you get some more raw science from that. I've already scanned a lot of everything. and now I just need certain resources that kind of hard to get right now. I think later on all the stuff will be easy whenever I do a couple basic things. Like whenever I get myself a bow or a different weapon or different armor, you know, or different tactics like luring certain bugs to other bugs because they do attack one another on swarm. And also you could use, I'm pretty sure you could use the friendly ants as a shield. So because as long as you don't attack them, they won't attack you. But if there's a big dangerous bug chasing you and you run through the horde, I think it gets distracted. Like I mentioned before, I really enjoy the sound design as well. The sound, it feels murky, the air feels dense. There's weird echoey dog barks, echoey motors. You could hear like a lawnmower or an edger, but really distant. It's interesting. It really feels like it's so far away. So far. Distances are measured in centimeters, and that's pretty cool. And if something is 150 centimeters away, that's just like this game saying that something is so many meters away. I'm not quite sure how large you are, but you are, I would say, about the size. Like if you went to the fetal position, you would be the size of the larvae of an ant. That's how big you are, because there's lawn mites. Lawn mites are about this large, however large it is, but it's like a red, kind of fluffy looking thing. And spiders are very large. Like spiders are really large, like the size of this house almost. Well, not that large, but pretty, like half the house, maybe the size of this.
How about you?
Yeah. Maybe larger, but they're really large, and you can see them moving the grass blades aside as we're walking, and you can hear them. It sounds like some gigantic monster storming through the jungle. Pretty cool. There's no sort of massively multiplayer aspect. I tried to host a multiplayer game, but nobody showed up. I think you could join your friends' games, and I think it might be cross-platform. I believe it's just Xbox and Steam, but you log in with your Microsoft Xbox Live account. That's why I posted my Xbox Live account information to the Gooboberti Collective earlier. It's basically Gooboberti, but in Elite speak, it's G0088033RT1. Instead of GOOBOBERTI. The I is a 1, the 3 is an E, you know, the B is an 8, the O is a 0. But it seems like you're able to fully, in this early access game that costs $28 on Steam, Grounded, it seems like you're able to fully explore the backyard. You could fully explore the backyard, and you could build it anywhere you want. And you could at least master that process before they start adding new features. Like I said before, I don't like to stream beta, but it's okay for certain situations. I feel like this game is never going to leave beta. Some games never leave beta. Like The Forest was in beta for a very long time. But that's just an indie game. This is Obsidian.
My way.
Early access is different than beta, by the way. I mean, early access is just early access.
I will blow up you.
Right? It doesn't naturally imply beta. Sometimes it does. If y'all are still with me. Yeah. So I've done my things I've had to do. I've earned my gold through and through.
you looking at?
I'm just whacking them. Yeah. Looking for the bad guys. Good thing the game tells me where the enemies are.
I love the smell of corpses in the morning.
Yeah, so I think I'll be ending this stream in a bit, and we'll do Grounded a bit more. I like to master these systems, and I enjoy new things. I'm gonna focus on them a little bit. I'm just trying to get my preliminary flim-flams, taken care of. Not a bad broadsider. All done. Yeah. 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 Let's go power this bad boy up. Alright, let's get some more oil. Well, people, if you're still with me, if you can still hear my words, I'll be back in a while, in a little tiny bit, with Grounded. Okay? We'll see what's up. I'll see a bit more of what's up, and then I'll demonstrate it to you. I'll demonstrate what I know so far. People were asking me questions yesterday, but I don't know these answers. I like to learn in context and then share what I know. I've reached a point in Fallout 76 where I could confidently talk about most things. But whenever there's something I don't know, I don't like talking about it. So squishy. I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. bap with a boom bap, boom da doom bap, bap boom da doom bap with a boom ba boom bap with a bap bap boom da doom bap with a boom da doom bap with a boom da doom bap bap doo with a bap doo with a bap doo. Yeah. 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 Hey, White Run Guard. You might like this. Dap da doom dap with a dap dap doom dap dap da doo with a dap dap doo dap doo with a dap doo with a Mountain Dew, yeah. With a Mountain Dew with a Mountain Dew with a Mountain Dew, yeah. Mountain Dew, yeah.
Hey, I don't care. Out of my way. That's cool. Yeah. How's it going, guard? Would you like anything from the store? A drink?
Used to be an adventurer like you.
It's you.
And I took an arrow in the knee.
Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. You jogging around here?
It's you.
Oh, the drunken. Oh, the bannered mare.
It's you.
How's it going?
Dragon once, we can do it again.
I killed the dragon.
I killed the dragon, White Run Guard.
Oh, you don't like that? You don't like that? You don't like that? You don't like
Look,
that? I'm
it's
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry. Ha, he, who, running, jumping.
It was really you. It was you. It was really you. You see that? Evidence. I saw your name there, pal. You see that? That's you, isn't it? Isn't it you? I think it's you. Well, I'm all out of ammo, and to continue playing Fallout 76, I have to go down the Lucky Hole mine, so I'll save that for next session. We're about to cross on over to Grounded. Okay?
Be an adventurer like you. And I took an arrow in the knee.
Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. You jogging around here? Oh, the drunken. Oh, the bannered mare. How's it going?
Dragon once, we can do it again.
Happened. Never happened. Never happened.
That's what happens.
You don't like that, do you?
That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Running. Oh, my lantern.
That's what happens.
You want to do a shield action, huh? You want to do a shield?
I'll shield you up and down.
Let's do the shield. You yield, huh? You're the last witness, though. But now, I have no weapons.
I don't care if you yield there.
Boost! I boost you up. What you gonna do about that? Nothing.
I'll fuse you all day long. Alright, well, I'll be right back with a bit of Grounded. That's right, Grounded. A Grounded. A Grounded. Yep. Just a bit. Catch you later. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be live at, let's say, right before, 12 a.m. Sure. I'll be live at about 12 a.m., okay? And then after a while of playing Grounded, I'll come back to Fallout 76 to make some ammo and do some more flim-flam. Yep. Okay. So I'll be right back in just a bit with some good old, genuine, wonderful, grounded action in about 45 minutes. At midnight, yes. Until about 3, 4 a.m. my time, and then I'll come back with Fallout 76. Huh? Goodbye.